tracks.
And welcome to 540 Studio. I almost said beyond because I'm so used to say it, but welcome to 540 Studio SkolCast episode 11. It's been a while. We're back with the SkolCast. It's fun to be here. We've been waiting to do this for a while, but the problem is that I have been sleeping over every goddamn show. But not today. Not today. I refuse to fall asleep and sleep until tomorrow. But other than that, of course, I'm here today with Mr. Kilted and Tom. How are you guys?
Doing all right. We're getting ice cream in my kitchen, making all the noise.
What kind of ice cream then?
Yes, exactly. What kind of ice cream?
Chocolate ice cream, basic. Lanyap is very basic. He's got particular tastes. Simple chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, for me, it's
Good way to go.
Premium vanilla is my favorite. And coffee ice cream. Love coffee ice cream. Amazing stuff.
Coffee ice cream.
What?
No,
I've had that before. Yeah. Cookie, chocolate chip cookie dough. Mm-hmm.
S'mores
Yeah,
ice cream.
no. Coffee ice cream is fucking amazing.
Unless you
And
can
then-
add like 6 shots of espresso to the bowl, I don't know.
Oh,
It depends on what kind of type you're getting and if it's premium or who makes it. I've had like really strong coffee ice creams, and they're really good. And you get the taste of coffee and some ice cream. And normally, sometimes I take like a premium vanilla with it to mix it up, and it gets like this beautiful taste on it. And sometimes, chocolate mint is good, mixing it with together, or pistache ice cream. Like those, some of those combinations are good.
nice.
Yeah. I love ice cream. I'm an ice cream guy. Love ice cream. But chocolate mint is fucking amazing though. I remember where I used to live. I was always the frappes, right? So I always went down one shop there, and I always wanted a frappe, and I always asked her to use chocolate mint with it, right? And a lot of espresso in it, and get it really strong, and that combination fucking amazing, and a 10 out of 10 thing. And I've been to so many other places, and they've tried to like create the same thing, and they can never make it as good as the place I used to live. They just made it so fucking good, and it actually became a thing that they put it on their menu, and people started buying it. So it was kind of fun.
Nice.
Yeah, people enjoyed it. But other than that, Tom, we start with you. What have you been up to, man? What have you been playing? What have you been up to?
Busy. Started the streaming again. I'm not streaming, more so Let's Plays. If anybody remembers the old Let's Plays, we actually record the game because I can't really stream. My Elgato died on me, so it's like
That
crap.
sucked.
Yeah, and OBS is annoying for keeping sound quality, and so that's why I don't stream with it, so I can post edit and play with it. Because when OBS,
Yeah, when it comes to OBS, you have to like put the right settings and all. It's a lot of work sometimes.
it's never the output
really
is
is.
the same as it actually records as. It's like what?
I have fucked around with OBS a lot. And in the beginning of streaming games and stuff, I was really hard to get working perfectly.
Yeah.
So I spent a whole night and days I wanted to make sure I got the right quality that I wanted, and at the end I did it. But it's a shit show sometimes with the OBS
it is,
stuff.
and then it never outputs as you're hearing it as it's recording. So you got to record. You listen to the recording back, Go. It's like, oh, okay. And about 20 times. Oh, finally, I can hear my voice perfectly. I can hear the game. Nothing's over.
Yeah,
Everything.
it's always issues with OBS sometimes.
Yeah. But it's
And
free and it is good equipment. So
yeah,
like I said, I've been doing Fallout 3. I just grabbed, if anybody knows, Black Friday sales on Steam. So I grabbed Days Gone, which I was going to play from PlayStation. Now
you know what? I have not bought any games on the
I did
sales.
that. Metro Exodus, and then Vampire Survivor, which is a fun overtop game. So I figured 3 games is like still under about few bucks. What didn't cost me that much. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. The first time I bought games in a while. So
for me, it wasn't really any games that I really wanted. So this year was kind of a boring year. It wasn't for me, at least. It was like, I'm looking at my wish list. I'm looking at the games that I'm interested in. I'm like, you know what? I don't need those games right now. I have a lot of other stuff I'm playing, and I love the game.
Days Gone, I wanted to stream too, or at least record. I want to put videos out on that. I love that game. I've told you about that game, and I want to push that because the game is so beautiful. And it's like now I can play it on PC even at 60 frames per second instead of the 30 on the PlayStation 4. So, I can't wait.
Exactly. What about you? What you Kilted? Have you bought any games?
A couple.
So how many? May I ask?
2. Okay, just 2.
Nice.
I think. I'm pretty sure. I picked up No Rest for the Wicked to start streaming next week, but I also picked up Sunken Land. It's like it reminds me of Ark Survival mixed with Waterworld, and it's absolutely terrifying at points because I have I guess a unnatural or I fear the open water and the deep water. Thank you, Jaws. Growing up as a child.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, it's exhilarating. It's terrifying. It's fun. Building a base on water. I'm having a lot of fun with it right now.
Okay.
If I wasn't here, I'd be playing it. But I picked up No Rest for the Wicked was on sale, so I picked that up over the weekend.
So you're telling me you didn't get Kill the Justice League? Is that what you're telling me?
You're gonna make me admit that, aren't you? It was $5. Okay, it was $5 on the Epic Games Store.
Dude, I would never in my life ever I would not play it for free.
And that's for the $100 version for $5.
Yeah, the $100 version was $5.
I'm gonna say this again and again. I will not support games that supports child diddling. No, thank you very much.
You know what? Cool. I didn't know that was on the Steam. If anybody remembers the old King's Quest games, you can buy the whole package for only a few bucks. I'm like, that's on my wish list too. I love the original.
If you like some of the older games, go check out GOG.
I got them too sometimes. Yeah.
Because they have the original TSR Dark Sun games as well as Arcanum, the old Arcanum game, the Fallout style game. I'm going to be picking that up too.
I'm like, one question for you though. GOG I heard is better because you actually own them when you buy them from there.
Once you buy them, download, you own them.
Yeah, unlike the other stores, you're more renting. Whereas that's why GOG.
I'm still just disappointed that you bought the game, man. I thought we were friends, man.
I don't like anybody, so it's okay. I'm a glutton for punishment. It was $5, and it's like, okay, click. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna play it. Probably over my Christmas holiday.
I did the same with the Avengers game. When that was dropped before, it's like, it's like, yeah, let's buy it.
Are you gonna stream it, Kilted?
Oh, that's the only way I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna suffer through that thing by myself. No.
And then you're playing it, and it's gonna be like Dragon Age. It's just like, nope, I'm not gonna continue.
Well, I've already deleted Dragon Age Veilguard from my computer.
Of course you did. But I thought it was your favorite game of the year, I thought it was your favorite. You had so much fun.
Apparently it's people like me and other channels that played it, put our money where our mouth is, reviewed it, and found it to be lacking, to say the least. It's our fault the game failed because we're grifters. Anyway.
Yeah, but you played a game, and you showed it to the audience out there and people out there so they could experience it too and see the dialogue.
Grifting. That's grifting. Yeah. According to the latest NPC download, that is grifting.
Yeah, but then you can just be a proud grifter, just be a proud one, who the fuck cares?
I might as well, kind of like Hypnotic called, his audience called themselves the bigot army. Like, we're just grifters, just across the board, the grifters. What, I don't know, something catchy with that. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah,
We're just doing it.
exactly.
You have no passion. You're lying. You're just trying to trick your audience into like. I wish it was that
Yeah.
easy. You fucking retards.
Yeah, Killed. You have no passion
Oh,
for anything, though.
Sorry.
And there we have
Yeah.
one of our other co-hosts,
I
you know,
have no
Phantom
passion.
Hooligans, aka Cash Money. Hail to you, brother. Hail to you. And make fantasy games great again. Yes, it would be great to get some great games again. It would.
I go
Not
back and people might say it's been overplayed. Yes, it's been over released, but Skyrim is still fun to go back and play. And now they got the Sky Oblivion release, which is within the world of Skyrim. It's Oblivion, which they're still working on, but they should be out by the new year. I'm looking forward to that release as well. So
Now those
even though
free DLCs like Fallout
I
London.
think so, which I haven't figured out how to download Fallout Indian yet. I got Fallout 4 for PC finally to get London, but man, it's a pain in the ass to grab. I'm still trying to figure out. You got to do this, and you got to do that, and you got to. But
And that's the crazy thing. We're like in that middle generation. We watched all this shit get built,
Yes.
all this stuff get built up
Yeah.
from like going from 8-track tapes to now I can find any music I want to at the click of a button. And it's like,
Oh yeah.
okay, we still have like, okay, I just have to figure out how to put this add-on in there, put this mod in there. Am I putting it in the right directory? I have no idea. Follow the instructions perfectly. Nope, everybody's still got their clothes on in Cyberpunk. How is this working?
Yeah. You know, and I disappointed myself. I really disappointed myself because I was taking a break away from SWATOR, right?
And they pulled you back in.
My friend pulled me back in because one of my friends, Christine, she also wanted to play it, and you know, I'm a veteran when I can play with one hand. That sounds stupid. That sounded sorry. Honestly, I can. No matter what I say, it sounds stupid. That's not what I meant. But you know, when I don't need to use my keyboard 90% of the time when I play SWAT, that's how of a veteran I am in the game. I'm just using my mouse, you know. I'm just using the mouse most of the time. You know, I can sit here and eat, drink, smoke while I'm just. I can't say.
Anyway.
Well, I can just use the mouse, but she wanted to play the game. That's the point, and all that. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I downloaded the game again, and now I'm playing it again. And I hate myself. I hate myself because of course, I subscribe so I can use my goddamn skins. Because certain stuff you cannot use in the game, you cannot run in the game if you're not subscribed. There's so many things you cannot do when you're not subscribed to the game, and it kind of pisses me the fuck off. But
yeah,
I got tricked back into doing that, and now the break is over. I was supposed to have around 2-year-ish break again, but it is what it is. I'm still having fun though. I'm still having fun though.
Well, that's what it's about. It's like Destiny. I take breaks from Destiny, and I'm back into it again.
And I mean, Cash Money said, too much information, dude. He wants to do what with his skin?
I'll never buy extra skins for Destiny.
I mean,
I'm happy with my character. She's perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. The thing is, there are certain skins you get in the game, but you're not allowed to use them. Because a lot of the skins you get them the day are for free. You know, when you get the companion, you get the skins for free, but you cannot use them if you're not a subscriber. And a lot of times, I like the skins a lot better because the normal way they look is not always the greatest. And yeah, but it is what it is. So
hey, you're having fun. That's all that matters. So
I am having fun, and at the same time not. And yes, I started playing Fortnite again too because of my little sister. Yes, I do have a little sister. And she made me play Fortnite again. So we played a little again today. And one thing I have to say, when they started with bots, like you can fucking get, you know, bots to help you in the gameplay. That is goddamn stupid. I want to use another term, but I'm not. But it is so goddamn stupid because they are overpowered. It's hard to kill the bots, and they kill you way too fast.
Yeah.
So me and my sister, we were almost always on first place, but we came on second all the time because a goddamn bot. Because the bots, not because of the player, they suck, but it was because a goddamn bot cheating, you know. It's like me and my sister, we do not buy or use any bots. Like, goddamn, that's fucking nonsense. We want to, be real gamers, right? So,
Mm.
but yeah, there's a lot of changes in Fortnite that I just don't like. But I just play Fortnite so I can play, play with my sister in the game.
That's
And
cool. That's cool.
yeah, that's the only reason I do it. Only reason I play it. If it wasn't for her, I would not play it. I'm sorry, but it's not my type of game. Um, but she wanted to have someone to play with in the game, so I'm like, yeah, sure, it's no problem. I do anything for my sister there. So that's what I've been doing when it comes to games. I've been playing, SWAT and Fortnite. I've been playing Sleeping Dogs. Of course, I'm continuing the game.
I'm actually looking to stream that eventually. I might, if I do stream
Yeah, it's a
something
good
like
game.
Sleeping Dog. Oh, I love it. It's so good.
It's so good.
Oh yeah.
And then I've just been watching a lot of Super Sentai, the original stuff, not Power Rangers, but the original stuff from Japan. So it's so good. It's so fun to just go back and rewatching shows I've watched before, continuing with some new shows in the Super Sentai universe. So we're gonna get a new Super Sentai show next year, and it looks promising. It looks interesting. Um, the the two last seasons that came out were pretty decent. But this one looks interesting. I don't know if you guys have much knowledge about Super Sentai. It's not everybody's cup of tea.
I haven't watched
Nope.
any animes in a while, so I've been
It's like
trying.
people complain. People complain it's not much to watch anymore, and blah 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 blah. Hey, watch Super Sentai if you want to see good superhero stories that are, they're dark, dark stories and lighthearted. It's like, old school comic style of stories. Super Sentai is the way to go. Same with Kamen Rider. And if you want something a little darker, you can go to Metal Hero. And all of them, they cross over in movies and TV shows. They do small crossovers once in a while where all the heroes from different universes are meeting up together, doing, a thing together. It's like Metal Hero and the Super Sentai universe. They are connected. Like, they are basically in the same universes. And really recommend it. I think a lot of people can have a lot of fun with those shows, and it's no stupid diversity hire, woke agendas, or anything in those storylines.
I've been going
Never
back
have
and
been.
actually love Death and Robots. I'm like 2 seasons behind. I figured let's go back and rewatch that again because they're coming up with the new one. So I said, okay, I'm gonna rewatch that series again. So if I go back to old series, that's one I've been putting at. So figured why not?
Yeah. Well, also, I just gonna say again, watch Super Sentai. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed, but there is one catch. Most seasons has 50 episodes. They really do a lot of lore in those shows.
Yeah.
And then I want to recommend Deca Ranger, Deca Ranger Sentai. That is the best one in my opinion, because they did a little bit more different than the other Sentai shows. Deca is detective, so they are more police, and they are police and detectives, and you get more of that vibe. I thought it was so funny because I've been rewatching the original Deca Ranger show, and then I watched some of the movies that I have not seen, right? Because they have movies too when they're older and all that kind of stuff. And then I found out that the yellow Deca Ranger, who's a female, a goddamn cool character, she got married to another character from the show that was in one episode. And then that episode, she was a teenager and he was a kid, and now they're grown up. They became married, and that was kind of funny. It was kind of weird, but he's a grown up now. That's when they got together. But so I found out like they got married, and I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of funny. He was in one episode, and the same actor too. They're really good with using same actors from the old shows and everything like that. Also heavily recommend it. That's what I've been watching. What about you, Kilted? Have you been watching some fun stuff other than Arcane? Like, is there other stuff other than Arcane that you have watched?
The Blacklist. I started watching The Blacklist. I'm almost through season 1, and it's fantastic. And then I found out it's like it's like 10 seasons of 21 average episodes per season. It's like, oh, this is going to take a while. But yeah, my dad started watching it. He was over one weekend. He started watching the first episode, and I sat down and I watched it. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is cool. Watched the second and third episode. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. Because he started watching The Lincoln Lawyer. And that was interesting. I caught it at the end of the third season. I'm like, immediately going to find out when is season 4 happening, and this is on hold right now. But
Yeah.
Enjoy that show. To me, The Blacklist is chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Like James Spader as Red, just
James Spader's great.
So good. Like just I won't say anything. Just a brilliant series. I loved it. And the good thing is it's all done now. So you're like, okay, you can watch it all and you can binge it as fast. It's just it's such a.
I was up till 12:30 one night watching episodes. Like, I'm just gonna get one more episode. 3 episodes later.
How many episodes? How many episodes are for Blacklist?
The average episode per season is about 20.
Yeah.
Some seasons have 19, some seasons have 22, and it's 10 seasons. So yeah.
But it's worth it. Oh, it's so worth
it. But when you have so many episodes, that's what I miss about shows, man. And also, we have cash money.
Here comes the money.
Yes, I need to have something like that.
One thing I'm going to say though, just on that, is The Blacklist to me was one of the best written series in many years. It's just so well written, so well acted.
Yeah.
And
Kilted. What's what? You also watched Arcane, and how do you feel about it? The whole, ending, the whole story.
Are you trying to pick a fight between me and Cash? I like it. I enjoyed it. I understand the issues that people have with it, but I still like it.
Yeah,
I never watched it.
I'm not gonna. If people liked Arcane, it's fine. It's just like what Kilted was talking about. Remember, if we don't like something or we like something, then we're a grifter. If we like something of that same franchise, we're a grifter, because this is all these people have to say about stuff. I actually watched all of Arcane. I watched it with Crit. I watched it with Phil. We all came to the same conclusion that this season will never be better than season 1.
Oh no, absolutely not. Go ahead. Honestly, it never had a chance to be. Season 1 was just absolute fucking masterpiece.
It got so much better after episode 3, and how they built up Powder to Jinx, and it was like, wow. And then the whole Silco thing. Yeah. And season 2, they built up the whole, like the first episode of season 2 was like, wow, this is okay. The aftermath is cool and all this, but the way things happen, and I'm just going to say that there are spoilers. So if you are around and you don't want to hear it, I understand that too. But,
well, the people who wanted to watch Arcane have watched it.
Yeah, I would think so.
But
what I said, even in my post, is even on X, that it's just, I can't feel the same about a lot of these main characters anymore. They just don't matter to me. I felt Mel became some like X-Men character. I just felt there's a lot of things that they could have done better in this season, and I did not care for this whole closeness of Jace and oh my goodness, Victor. There we go,
Victor. Yes, my lover boy. Yeah.
I didn't care about that, and how the characters died and stuff. It started making me feel like Gamika kill. Hey, guess what? You like this character, right? Yeah. This is a good character. It's dead. Fuck you. Yeah, bitch. Like that's just the way.
I didn't care either, man, of the ending.
I just, after season 2, I mean, I can always watch season 1 of Arcane, but after season 2, it's just like there were so many things built up, and it was such a mess. And then I feel like Arcane season 2 became like a longer version of Take On Me because of all the music video stuff, and like it just kept going on. I was like, dang it, stop doing this. Like the art is still beautiful.
And I felt like a lot of music did not fit the scenes. I felt a lot of music did not fit the scenes.
I don't know. I think they used the music pretty well for the most part in doing the montages to catch you up. Like vast majority outside of the fight scenes, like the beginning of episode 2 with Jinx walking through the city and Sucker playing, they a lot of the storylines. I have no argument against the pacing. I got nothing. Yes, it felt rushed, but I was still able to keep up with absolutely everything going on. That could just be the tism in my head. That's fine. But I found that the musical montages did more to speed things up. Like, all these things happened while we're doing the music. And there's essentially a music video inside the episode to catch you up to the points that mattered in the story. You know what I mean?
I just felt like a lot of it was a cop out after a while. It's like, oh, like even episode 7, I liked episode 7. I liked the whole background. It's like, oh, so this is what Powder would have become.
Yeah,
okay,
episode 7 was the one
except that everybody,
episodes.
except that everybody in the bar did not react properly to Echo's question about Silco. Yeah, okay. Like I said, there's still issues. I can 100% understand the issues. Is like nobody acted the way they should have when Echo asked that question to Silco. It's like, oh, why'd you do that? You know?
Even the showrunner was like, yeah, we understand that there's pacing and there's some problems with this, but it was obviously they changed writers, you could tell, and then they pushed main characters back where it was like, can we learn more about Mel? And I feel like this could have been more than 9 episodes. And then they're like, well, Arcane is done now. Okay, but there'll be spinoffs. It's like, I gotta say, Kilted, I'm not excited. I just felt disappointed by this season. I just once again
I agree with that.
I feel jaded towards entertainment still, and I've been watching Dune Prophecy, and there's some things I like, and there's some things
same here.
Like I don't hate it. I just there's things that I'm gonna try. Like I even went back and watched some of The Walking Dead, and it's like I still like Daryl. I still like Carol. They're still the same kind of characters that I enjoy. There's things that matter still in The Walking Dead, and that's why people are still watching it. But with Arcane, and even other people have told me,
like I said, like I said, after watching season 2, oh, there's some echo. Hello. Okay.
Hello.
But well, where was I before the echo?
Season 2.
No. Yeah, season 2.
Yeah.
But no, after watching season 2, I think it's okay, it's decent, whatever. But the last episode, I just didn't feel anything, and in the end of it all, I didn't feel anything. I wish I could feel something when Jinx, poof.
Me too.
It's heavily implied she's not dead.
Probably
I know,
not, but still.
But either way, it should be a powerful moment, for the viewers. It should still be powerful. But I just did not feel anything.
No.
And
I even
Faith
felt
and Victor, I just didn't feel anything for them in the end. And I know, they're best friends, yada yada, but I was a little bit too touchy to be best friends to a certain fucking point. You're just waiting for the kiss right there, It's like,
Sam
oh,
and Frodo. I use Sam and Frodo as an example.
It's weird too, because like, why is like, it shouldn't matter. I understand she's built, but dude, even an MMA fighter kind of body of a female would have breasts. I know, shocking, but come on.
Yeah, it was so stupid, man.
It just felt like that jail scene was so forced too. It's like, yes, we know they're lesbians. Like, this is not.
We get it, bro. We get it.
We understand that. So, like, that's how it was.
I got a defense for that.
Yeah,
I got a defense. Okay. The way I see that scene outside of the.
Fuck that, we're gonna have an echo chamber here. So,
oh my god,
you dirty rat bastard. So, as far as the animation and the look and the lack of breasticles on Vi,
yes.
The showrunner mentioned that they have censorship issues and ratings issues in order to show it in certain countries. So, more than likely that had an effect on the animation. As far as the
look
scene,
like 2 men instead with the censorship.
China
will love that. China will love that they look like trans. Okay.
Oh no, that scene's completely cut. That scene is completely cut out of the Chinese.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Of course.
Now, as
God,
far
whatever
as
they do to get that Chinese money from the CCP, but
the length,
just saying.
The length of the scene. I felt like it went on too long. Apparently, it was going to be longer, but they had to edit it down. It's just like, okay, you could have stopped a little bit sooner. It's like, but that's just my opinion. Now, as far as them all of a sudden having sex in the jail cell, so you have to understand, like, in a moment where you're talking about two characters who are broken beyond,
know that.
almost beyond
I get
repair,
that.
being
Yeah, we know
hit
that. Of course, we know
with a
that.
sudden
We know the
moment of
character.
passion and just being taken over by it. It's something that just happens. So as far as them getting it on in the jail cell, I don't have a problem with that. I understand it, especially considering Vi feels like she has lost absolutely everything, and she suddenly gets a glimpse of
But they look
someone
like
that
two
did
men,
something.
man. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's
Right.
animation.
one-
I mean, whatever.
We need
Caitlyn looked
tits
like
and
she
more
still
feminine
had
bodies.
breasts.
Vi wasn't shown to have large. Vi hasn't been shown to be well endowed throughout the entire season.
No.
Both
that
both
is true.
seasons.
At least she did
So-
look like she had breasts before in season 1. So. But yeah, no.
yeah.
I'm still very jaded about entertainment. It's just like when I look
Oh,
at
yeah.
stuff like Skeleton Crew, it looks like Goonies meets ET meets Star Wars. Like
But that
it's
could
just,
be fun. Think about it.
I
It has the
guess, but
possibility. Okay,
I'm not saying Jude Law
very
won't be good in
slim,
it because it's Jude Law, but it's just,
a slim possibility. It's gonna be good.
oh man, I understand trying things. I'm watching Dune Prophecy, and I'm just like, I'm just up and down with it right now.
Yeah,
Honestly.
same here, man. I agree with Dune. I feel the same.
Yeah.
Because there are certain stuff I'm like, oh man, this is not good. But then we get the guy who plays Ragnar and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, okay, now it's getting back there because he's a good actor. He plays his role really well.
Is an interesting character. He is,
Yeah,
and he's
really
still
well
interesting. It's like,
character.
okay, all right.
But he puts
yeah.
on a lot of the Ragnar personality from the Vikings show in the character.
I feel that too, because I have.
But it does.
Vikings.
I watched it all.
Yes.
I watched it all. So I have seen when Ragnar, of course, becomes crazy, right, in the show. And but the character he's playing in Dune is so much like Ragnar, like an evil version of Ragnar in a way.
Yeah,
and the way he speaks too, the way he talks, the way he deliver lines, it's so Ragnar,
Yeah.
They have to do that on purpose because they know it's gonna get people in because people love him as Ragnar.
Yeah, I just I don't know, just like the whole thing with Arcane, it was like I had high hopes for season 2, and it's like the art is so beautiful. It's still like a painting. Like you can look at it and it's just like, oh,
And
a lot of it is amazing. It really is great, but it's just a lot of the story. It's just like, man,
it's just,
dude, just all over the place. It's just like, okay, I want Mel. For me personally, I wanted Mel and Jace to always be together, and I would have rather both of them fight Victor. I don't like this. So it's like, we'll finish this together. Yes, we've had stuff like that in stories. I'm sure people will always make that argument. I get that. But the way that it was executed, it could have been a lot better. I just felt like, here we go with some space magic bullshit again.
Well,
the
dimensional travel that was introduced, like the extra dimension stuff, that was introduced like 10, 12 years ago by Riot. But I mean, you realize that Jace didn't beat Victor. Victor beat Victor. Victor was the only one that could beat him. Victor is essentially stuck in a fixed paradox time loop. Like he's like it's done because he has to go back and save Jace and give him the stone and meet up. Like he realized that he got to the point of apparently like what I could see is godlike power that the only person that can stop him is himself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things where the good guys didn't win.
I guess.
I
think it's just the execution. We think that was a little lacking on
the
it.
execution was just lacking about stuff. I like this whole situation before where it's like the upper fights the lower, and I'm like, and then Jinx becomes this character, and then obviously I get the whole thing with Vi and Jinx, and they are sisters, so they have to figure this out. But even the Wolfman of Vander, I mean, I guess that was going to happen anyways because of the Hexstar stuff. But the chemicals, the miasma, whatever you want to call it, it's just, I expected just a great season because that first episode of season 2 was like, oh wow, let's just keep building on this. And then it took me out of it, Kilted, with this whole it's time for a music video again. It's like, fuck. And other people
for me, as I told you, Cash, is that And I've said this too, is that I just don't care anymore about Arcane. I don't care about season 1 either anymore. I just don't care after season 2. I just don't care. It's the same situation with the Joker, you know. I love the first Joker movie.
It was a great movie, really.
But
good
after watching the second one, I don't care about the first one anymore.
Man.
I just don't care. I'm not gonna watch it ever again.
No.
Like alone. I can watch it with friends, sure, but I just don't care.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with in the comics. Like you're making Deadpool's kid more important than Deadpool in his own comics. Like, how is that not insulting? Like these things just keep happening.
And recently they made him a furry in the comics. They transformed him into a furry. Yes, Cash. Yes.
These decisions just don't make any fucking sense. They just don't. But no, I mean, the thing is, Kilted, if we were writing Arcane, things would be a lot different, and we would connect things more. I believe that. You know, I know you love this second season, but I know you'll never love it as much as the first one. I'm sure.
Oh no.
But I'm not going to get mad at people because they like Arcane and stuff. And it's always funny when people send me messages about how Crit, for example, how he feels about Arcane or anybody about that, and then they call him a hater. They call their people haters. It's like that's
we have passionate fans.
It's just
We're
the way,
fans, right?
You know, but we can't. When we even break it down, people still get mad at us. So it's like you can't win with certain people. You just can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you never can. Ever.
If you have the ability to tell everyone, it's like, I didn't like the show and this is why. And I was like, well, I liked it because, I mean, like the pacing. Okay, I get the pacing, but I was able to follow everything. Yeah. And but I can still understand people's problems. And I do still have, and like I said, I did still have some problems.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And no, but you are so right, Cash. You know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And as long as you know,
I just would like you to explain. Like, if somebody says, "Oh, I really love our Acolyte" or something that's not very popular, it's like, well, why don't you like this? And or why do you like this? And I think it's just good if you explain yourself. If you're just like, I hate this because I hate this, it's like, okay, but why? Like, people are always going to ask you why.
Some people like the stories, just explain is the story, is it this, did you connect with the characters? That's completely fine. Yep. I have friends who, I have friends who likes the sequel trilogy, and
I kind of felt like when I started watching EFAP's coverage of it, because I was looking forward to see how they thought about it. And it's like, oh, y'all don't like it? No. And normally I would be watching their coverage right now, but it's like, I can't. I just can't because I love the show. And I started like a couple weeks ago after their first episode, I started thinking to myself, like, wait a minute. Is this how the Star Wars shills feel? Like, do they genuinely like something that's just garbage? Is like, am I wrong? Am I looking at this wrong? I was curious, but it's like, but I kept watching the episodes. I watched part 2. I watched Act 2, and then I watched Act 3. I was like, no.
Yeah, but you felt connected with it, you liked it, and that's completely fine.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Even though, for example, me and Cash, we disagree with you, Kilted, on certain things, but we're like, that's okay, we're passionate fans. We can't like everything, and it's the same again, I like it. I love Rebel Moon. A lot of people doesn't. Tom likes Rebel Moon. Cash likes the Rebel Moon a little. Not as much as me and Tom, for example, but we all have different opinions on it, and we all talk about why we like it, why we dislike something. I'm not mad at the friends that I have who likes the sequels. They explain to me why they like it. I'm like, okay, I can see your point of view, why you like it. Like Tom, he likes Halo. He likes the Halo show, and Tom, you have explained that perfectly. You have explained that really well every time we talked about it.
Yeah, Tom, I have to say though, like, if this is actually true, because I know people like to morph stuff, but this whole thing about Master Chief kissing another man, is that really a thing in this show, or are people just joking around? But I saw that.
No, I don't even remember that.
I don't either, but I guess it happened.
I saw a screenshot of it, and I was wondering if it was real or not.
I don't know if it was real or not. I was like, did somebody just make this up? Because people can do that too, just
I don't even remember. Gosh, I don't. So whatever it was, it might have been pointless or something. I vaguely remember that. So it was in and out one year and one the other. So I don't even remember that happening. So but then again, people were saying things just to down on the show in general. I enjoyed it. So again, as I said, I enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
no, it just I don't.
According to Google, no.
Yeah, okay. So it's not. Yeah, because that would be obviously something. I think somebody just made that up. Maybe they saw that. Maybe they didn't. Maybe somebody else
Yeah.
found it. Maybe they
And
morphed
some people do
something.
make stuff up. And
Yes, they
Tom,
do.
you know,
Yes, they
Tom, we
do.
can talk about that. For example, we were on, Comic Relief Crusaders stream yesterday, right?
Yep.
And people are trying to claim that, oh, Falcon in the movie with the leaked picture, he kisses a guy. It's like, no,
I
that
don't
that
know.
that
No, that's
no,
already
no,
proven.
that's
It's not real.
yeah. I found out yesterday when we were online. It was from
Yeah,
Black
that doesn't
Mirror.
sound
One of
right.
it was off the clip was from a Black Mirror episode with the same actor. That was it.
Yeah.
And but people trying to spin it to like, oh, this is
Yeah.
a leaked picture. He's gay in this one. They're trying to ruin it
No.
more than
And it's not-
what it
It's still
already
going to
is.
be garbage, but
The problem,
Yeah.
the problem with what Falcon Winter Soldier is, they went too far with the character. It's like he throws the shield, he does this, then he's telling people that only black people made America. That was in the last episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier for some reason, and it's like,
Now
really?
he can fight the Red Hulk with no problems.
Right.
And he's
It's
human.
not-
He's just a normal human.
That's
Yeah, the
never what
pitch-
Falcon was. That's the whole thing. Like, they took him. He was a pretty badass character in the movies, and they took him.
Remember
And
what he
him.
remember what he did. He
it's
used
so
to he used
frustrating.
to help people with PTSD from the war and stuff like that. What happened to that storyline where he helped people?
See, that's the whole thing. This is why when people are like, "Oh, the source material doesn't matter," or we're not going to have the actors read the source material. Are you kidding me? Like, they need to read at least 2 or 3 comic books, a novel, maybe 2 novels. Watch the old shows. Show them the animated stuff too. Like, I would, if I'm doing something of the Incredible Hulk, I am showing people the Incredible Hulk animated show from the 90s. That's what I'm going to show people, so
Tom,
they
you
can
want to say
learn
something.
what
And-
these
and-
characters are. Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Just my 2 cents on this one. And remember, we seen the picture. They have a picture of the Falcon behind the shield with the Red Hulk punching the shield. Like, oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
he would crush every bone in his arm. Like, catching
Yeah.
the shield alone would break his arm off his thing.
Yeah, because
Like,
he's not
human.
superhuman.
He's not superhuman. Steve has a superhuman the serum. Hello, he's got no. Bucky could have done the same thing because he also was a super soldier. He's a human. He has an exoskeleton with the wings and stuff to fly. He's a great fighter, but he's human. And I'm sorry, Red Hulk punching your shield would crush every bone in your body on physics. There's and then the picture is
The
supposed
power
to
of diversity, black man magic. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
Black-
Once again,
stupid.
this is Falcon. And we want to talk about diversity or minorities and stuff. Falcon is a pretty badass character. Why do we need to change him to this whole agenda bullshit? It's so stupid that Kevin Feige and other people, it's not just him. There's a whole number of people. I know people always want to blame Kevin Feige for everything, but it's Feige and other people that want to keep pushing this crap. And then when people finally go, I'm rejecting this. Oh, you fans are the problem. You're this, you're that. It's the same thing with like how people are going to feel about Wicked. There's going to be people who are going to feel that, oh, the witch is misunderstood now. Why? She's evil. She put munchkins in slavery and all these things. And like, if people would just we could have amazing conversations, Tom, about this, but it's always like, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you with certain people. So we're never going to find some kind of common ground, unfortunately. But the reality is that, yes, it's okay if characters are evil. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. They can be evil. They can be interesting and evil at the same time. They can manipulate people, all these kind of things. But with Falcon, man, it's like they have this cool idea, just like they could have had this cool idea with Finn, and they squander it every time. Yet they want to talk about. Look, even it's funny. I've had this conversation even in the past. You go back to even characters like Reva. Reva could have been this amazing Inquisitor. What is it? Inquisitor. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I was trying to remember what they were called. Yeah. And they just every time they just screw it up. They did it with Supergirl. They do it with Batwoman. They do it with all this stuff, and then they go, "How can you not like this?" Well, just go in a better direction with the character. Well, Batwoman is gay, and what else is she? oh, well, she's going to whine and
Yeah.
she's going to be a victim. Well, that's never going to be that interesting, ever. What they've done with Lord of the Rings, what they've done with other things, it's like, you guys got to stop doing this. You need to go in a better direction of like Torchwood. Torchwood, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Jack is gay, but he's bi, but he's interesting and he helps people and he does all these things. That's
He's
what
much more than
needs
his
to build.
sexuality.
Always. So, but I'm always just grabbing at straws with this one because I don't own these companies. So I can't do that. But you want to keep losing money. You want to keep pissing off the fan base, even the ones who actually made these shows, made them popular. It's going to be a losing battle. So, I mean, I think it's funny even Elon's thinking about buying Hasbro. I don't know how true that is. People just say these things, but
He's trolling.
I think that would be funny if he did.
But he could do it easy,
no.
though. He could do it easy.
He probably could, yes. So we'll see what happens with all that, what Elon's going to buy or not Elon's going to buy or whatever, or what trolling he's going to do. But Dungeons and Dragons, it's like the best part of Dungeons and Dragons, and I hear it from always the same, is Pathfinder. Because Pathfinder has beautiful art. Pathfinder has the direction a lot of people want for D&D. And look, I can say what I want about Beargate, but it's still more of the direction of what D&D is.
A lot more than what Failguard was. A lot more.
Yeah. But it's just like every time, man, like Marvel has all these cool characters that they made. Like Captain America is still fun. He's still Captain America.
And hail to Lester, the top G, man. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing good.
Right,
so how
exactly.
he said, so homosexual is really as boring as the heteroarchy.
Oh man, it's so funny to me. It'd be the same thing if you switch it around. You're like, hey, this character's straight. Okay, and
why would I care? You know, I only care about a good character.
Okay.
That's all I care about.
It's just funny, but it never stops. Like it just keeps going, and like Avowed and all this other stuff. It's like, man, Avowed had this potential to be. It still maybe can this more of like Skyrim type style and something cool, and then you see the art and you're just like, in this other stuff going on, and you're just like, are they gonna fuck this up again? And that's why I will always say to people when it comes to games like Avowed, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Jerk, or whatever you want to call it. Some people are calling it that. Made me laugh, but just try it on Game Pass.
Yep.
And that's
Yeah,
it.
Game
Try it
Pass
on
is
Game
good, man.
Pass.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
Veilguard at some point might even come to Game Pass and some shit. Who knows? But, you know.
Yeah,
it would
unfortunately, I
be-
already paid for that piece of trash.
Right. And you played it, man, and you experienced it, and you wanted to see what it was like. But it's like, you get to the point with certain things, it's like, do I want this? And it's like, it's censoring stuff that you don't want censored. But is it enough to say, yeah, okay, I'm gonna pull the trigger on this one and just buy it? Or is it to say, it's just too much, like I can't take it anymore? Like it's just don't buy it. And so then all this stuff is now failing, of course, guys. Like just because Deadpool Wolverine made billions of dollars, easily over $1 billion, and Inside Out 2 made tons of money too, over $1 billion worldwide. Is Disney going to go more in the direction of saying, hey, we're going to go in this direction because we know this makes money, or are they going to continue to go in the other direction? Moana could make more good money too. Moana 2. Did we need a remake of it or a live action? I don't know. Disney does these things. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Is the Lion King movie going to make money? I don't know, but you think it will?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the name itself, you know.
Well, put it this way. Brave New World is what, doing 4th time reshoots already currently? That's
that movie isn't going to make a penny.
Yeah,
that's there's
no,
and honestly, it does not matter how good it is. It could be great, could be fantastic.
Oh, I might enjoy it. Yeah,
it still won't make money because of the amount of reshoots and the budget and the marketing and everything. It doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. And again, they're doing their reshoots when it's just 3 months left before the release date.
You know, it's everything that with the AAA companies now, with anything from DC, Marvel, and whatever. It's like, are you guys going to get it now? Because you saw how much success you had with Deadpool Wolverine. Are you going to understand? Because even characters like Falcon, he should not have the Captain America shield. I know it was passed on in
He should
Endgame,
be his
fine,
own character.
but
He
it's
should be his
just
own character. Make a movie
they
about
could have
him
passed it back
as
on to
Falcon.
Bucky like they did in the comics. Pass it to Bucky.
And that also
now
makes
what they
sense
did-
to the story itself. In the
Yes,
story
it does.
itself, that makes sense because
Yes, it
one,
does.
Bucky is the best friend,
Yes,
till the
he
end
is,
with
right.
Steve.
Yes,
They're
he
best
is.
friends, ride and
They're best
die.
buddies. Yes.
And he's also the guy who can use the shield in the proper way and has the same powers and all this kind of stuff. So everything makes sense, and it doesn't make sense that Falcon is the one who's gonna get it, dude. You're not best friends. Like, you're good friends, but you're not.
Yes.
You're not Bucky.
Exactly. Yeah, and so they just
Bucky would die for his friend. Bucky would fucking die for him.
right. So the question is now: is Marvel going to learn their lesson about this and
No.
go in a better
No.
direction? Probably not. Is DC going to learn after seeing Joker 2 and how it bombed? Probably not. But if they go in a more direction of Matt Reeves and what they've done with the Penguin, then they can actually have something there, and they can continue on with something good.
But that's actually a good segue to something, because you did mention DC and the Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
And we are, gonna get, the Batman 2 movie, right?
That is happening. Yeah.
But
No.
James Gunn confesses neither the Batman 2 Part 2 nor The Brave and the Bold has a script yet.
It's shocking. I know other people will be talking about this on other channels too, but yeah, it's something.
Yeah. So, the wholly unwritten movies, Batman, the Cape Crusader, is the most bankable DC character to this day, and yet not one, but both his next cinematic adventures are on hold. And also remember, we also got the news that we're getting a 3-parter animated movie with Batman. Also, we're getting a lot of different Batman stuff under James Gunn. DC Studios executive and Superman director James Gunn let it slip in his recent Q&A that neither a Templo film in development featuring The Dark Knight is any closer to ready since he ascended the ranks overseeing production. One of the Bat Family movies in the pipeline is intended for the DCU canon, and that's, they're jumping over Dick Grayson and Tim and Jason Todd. We're going straight to, of course, Damian Wayne, who is the son of course, Bruce Wayne. And I think that's a mistake in itself that they're going to use Damian Wayne that early in a movie, because I want to see a proper Dick Grayson. Can we all agree on that, right? A proper Dick Grayson in the comics.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like that.
Everyone wants to see Dick done properly.
Yes. Fuck you.
I don't care the direction they're going with this. No, I don't want to see his son. It's like, no, it's a waste.
Yeah. No, I want to see a proper Dick Grayson, who becomes Robin, and we'll see him as Robin. We've only seen, the closest thing, has been in the 2 live actions back in the day and Titans. There's only a few times we've seen him in live action. In the pipeline, intended for a proper DCU canon that connects to Superman and Creature Commandos, and that's Brave and the Bold. Even though Andy, and everybody who remembers Andy, he's the one who made the Flash movie, because that's the best movie ever created according to James Gunn.
Nah.
Yeah, according to him, that was the best superhero movie ever created, so that he also hired Andy on his project with Batman of all characters, of course. And and even James Gunn doesn't even like, the movies with Michael Keaton and, the Tim Burton movies. He doesn't like those movies. And Cash always says a good thing about that. How can we trust a guy who doesn't like that movie, right?
Yeah, that worries me always. Yeah, it really does.
It can be considered a Gunn's pet project, as it was announced in a rollout of his division of Warner Bros. Discovery almost 2 years ago, and still not a script apparently. And it's been 2 years, and he's been hyping up this movie too, and fighting people on Twitter or Twix.
Yeah.
Lying to people too. So
Yeah, and then he fired Henry Cavill because he was too old.
They got rid of Gal
wait,
Gadot
wait.
too. I mean, it's just
It's been 2 years already since
Yeah.
since James Gunn was in that.
Yes.
believe
Oh my god!
crazy.
Wow.
Well, it is crazy that it was announced 2 years ago, and
He's
what
got
has he
nothing?
done?
Creature Commandos.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first one in his movie universe in that kind of sense.
a brilliant
yeah.
idea.
Now, don't
Let's not
forget
do
about
Superman first.
Peacemaker. I was saying, oh, part of it'll tie in with the old, part of it won't. Like what?
Hey,
I
Grace
just
Randolph
can't-
will get
Yeah.
excited for John Cena in his underwear again.
And the problem again, we've said this before. The problem again is that he's not doing a proper reboot. He's saying he's gonna reboot, but he's really not rebooting at the same time. Because again, if you remember, his Suicide Squad is still in his continuity, and he's using his characters in his continuity of the stuff that he has worked in, even though some of the stuff that he did was in a continuity of Zack Snyder's DC.
Yeah.
But he's still using same actors and characters. Like we are getting Amanda like a Waller TV show with Amanda Waller.
Which
Same
nobody
actress.
wants. Nobody wants that. Nope.
Same actress, and also Peacemaker and other characters that he has done, and that he's gonna
You mean
use the
Phoebe
same.
Waller-Bridge? Oh, Amanda Waller. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, Amanda Waller, the angry black woman.
Oh boy.
Well, it is true. It is true. She's black and she's angry.
She's a forgettable character. Like nobody wants a show on her. No.
Amanda Waller.
And remember, they had to
Oh
make her have
yes, of course.
Yeah.
From Suicide Squad. Gosh, I had to go. Look
Yeah.
it up. Okay.
and
All right.
and of course, they had in Peacemaker they had to introduce that she has a daughter who is a lesbian.
Oh, of course.
It's important.
I don't know. I've heard some good things about Peacemaker. I've never pushed myself to watch it, but
I like John. John's funny. I think Cena can do a good job. He's done good comedy over his years. So I think he does a good character.
You just like to see him in his underwear, Tom. Come on.
No,
you
I'm
like
not-
to see
I'm
that body.
He always had good comedic timing. Even when he was wrestling, he has good comedic timing, and I think his character is hilarious. So I enjoy him.
I did not like the
Tom.
story
I'm always
overall.
going to call him John Cena, though. 'cause-
John Cena.
Yes, been chilling.
and the reason people started calling him that is because of his horrible Mandarin and so on, and his bowing down to the Chinese government. Just saying,
yeah.
which that wasn't.
And
true.
then him had to make a movie with Jackie Chan.
It wasn't a bad movie though. I will say it was
The
fun.
movie with Jackie Chan wasn't too bad. It's Jackie Chan,
Yeah,
but
I enjoyed it.
they made him actually make a movie with him after all of this. To
Yeah.
an extra sorry to the Chinese people. You are gonna play in a movie with one of the legends. That's gonna be the story you have to prove that you are willing to make a movie with a Chinese guy.
Yeah.
Because China was really mad at him. But
If his universe has to be, I'm going to say this now. Gunn universe has to bring in Momoa again, but not as Aqua dude. He has to be Lobo. You got to bring him in as Lobo, 100%. Give me Lobo. I think he'll kill it, knock it out of the park as Lobo.
Do you think it's too late? Like,
nah, it's too late now, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's too late.
I would
what-
give him the chance.
The way I want to say this is that just reboot everything and start from scratch. Do not use any connected actors or connected stories that have been done before that's connected with the Zack
But
Snyder's
if you're
universe.
rebooting too much, that can also be a problem as well.
Yeah,
So.
and I don't
No,
think anybody
no.
can do Lobo better than him. I'm serious. Lobo needs to be brought
No.
in.
I get you. I would love to see Miss Lobo too. I would love that. But
yeah.
again, you can't just like, oh, we're gonna reboot, but it's not a reboot, but it is a reboot. You can't just do that. That is stupid as fuck to do. If you want to
late
start,
now, though. He's already done it.
yes, but if you are
Yeah.
gonna do a proper new universe, you have to start from scratch and just continue. Make a beginning and build it up. Marvel did before with the Avengers and the movies. You have to do it that way, and you have to get all new actors, all new cast. Don't connect Peacemaker. That is, the first season is part of the, that's part of Zack Snyder's universe, and then suddenly season 2 is not. How are you gonna explain that? How are you gonna explain that?
Marvel's doing the same thing. They're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Dr. Doom. I mean, so
they need more money, so they're
like, because they have multiple universes. That's the reason why they have multiple fucking universes. That's why they use the multiverse as their thing. But again, James Gunn doesn't do that. James Gunn doesn't use the multiverse either.
Not yet.
Right, not yet.
That's why I said, it would have been a perfect with the Flash movie. It would have been a perfect ending for, just use the Flash movie to end the Zack Snyder universe, because again he went to the past for blah 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 in the past and back to the future blah blah blah, right?
Well,
and
just time travel. Exactly.
Just use that. Yeah. Use that to just start.
It's just weird because like you go back to Flashpoint and you're like, that should have been what more of a live action Flash movie should be. Is more of the animated Flashpoint. That's what it should be.
100%.
But they went with a lot of cameos and cheap CGI and all that. Like, that movie is so easy.
Yeah, they didn't have time to finish the CGI either. That came out.
I'm sure they didn't. No.
But
I still want to see that Batgirl
was the best movie ever.
And see what it is. Somebody's got to get access to that Batgirl movie so people can read
I want to see it. I want to see that, and I do want to read that the new Warriors or whatever. I want to see Snowflake in safe space. I want to read the story and how bad
I want the Toxic Avenger with Peter. Whatchamacallit there? I want that to be released. Peter Dinklage. That looks amazing.
Peter Dinkelberry.
Yeah. It's Toxic Avenger. It looks hilarious. It's so bad. It's like, I want to see that. They got to release that. Damn it.
But however, throughout all the time, Gunn has yet to see a script that he prefers. There's no set timeline for anything, he told Collider. The one thing that I tried to make clear to people from the beginning, in a hope that we are different, is that everything in DC is going to be based on the writers. And I am afraid what kind of writers he has on projects, because we have seen a lot of stuff of writers these days. Gunn praised the Supergirl script by Anna something last name, couldn't bother, for its wow factor, and the Lanterns script turned in by Damian Lindelof and Tom King and the showrunner Chris Mundy. He has then teased unnamed pitches nearing a green light and stressed the importance of story, which Batby apparently hasn't met standards for. Says the co-president, but it's all going to be based always on the story, because at the end of the day, if we are happy with the story that we are telling, that's what matters most. And once the brave and bold gets to the point, then we will make the movie. And it's been 2 goddamn years. 2 years.
Yeah.
And he's been announcing.
Honest, I don't even care. They've dragged it on so long.
And what did James Gunn do? Announcing movies and TV shows and games. He even announced games. So it's going to be part of this universe.
This is the same thing that's happened at Naughty Dog. You got. What are they doing? They're recycling The Last of Us 2 100 times. We'll see how. Yeah, that's how it feels. Where is your direction anymore? It's amazing to me. These companies used to be amazing. These companies, but no, like Sony and Microsoft, they're just like all these DC, Marvel. Where's the amazing shit, guys? Come on. Where's it? Oh, it takes time. It takes this. I'm fine with taking time, but where is this? So we're supposed to trust James Gunn, where we see that picture, and I know it's only a picture. Superman's putting on his boots while the world is crashing over, and it's kind of like, oh well. I got to put on my boots first. I got to put them on slowly.
Superman moves at the speed of faster than a speeding bullet. It's a single shot. Yeah. I cannot stand the fact. I'm sorry that it's a picture. Like if you want to criticize it, the look on his face. You got to look on his face. He looks frustrated. He looks tired. He does. He's like, Okay, we're
He
doing this
does,
again.
man. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
But as far as like, oh, he's got time. He's got all the time
And-
in the world to put his boots on.
And I just had to double check to be sure. I just had to double check to be sure. When it comes to Damien Lindelof, I had to, because we talked about him before, and he's also one of the big writers for the Watchmen show with the other black woman, the TV show they did when they ruined the whole Watchmen
the
universe.
problem with Watchmen was just, I don't know, you just stopped caring about it, and there was good acting. There obviously had quality actors, but the thing is, it's just
They destroyed
you
the whole
can take it or
storyline,
leave it.
making
You can take it or leave
Rosatch,
it.
a goddamn hillbilly clan of racists, and
I know.
yeah. So I just had to be sure, because then the name, I just had to be
Of
sure
course,
that
the guy who wrote Watchmen is a nutcase, but it's so
Yeah.
I guess it all fits. Though I still do like Watchmen. I still think it's an underrated movie.
Yeah, I'm not talking about a movie. I'm talking
No,
about
I
a
know.
TV show.
I know. I watched
But the
TV
movie's
show.
good.
I know.
Yeah, the movie's fucking good. And now we have 2-parters of the animated version of the movies.
I'm
I'm actually going to
have
watch those. I haven't watched those yet.
Yeah, I haven't
got
watched
some
those
ready to
yet
watch
either.
here.
So.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, over in the Matt Reeve camp, and he's been busy with the whole penguin stuff, so give him a little slack on that. Which Gunn has failed to just over. There is no progress on the script for the Batman Part 2 either, even though reports have said otherwise. Gunn shut those down recently. I think that report was well intended, but it was mistaken. We are very much looking forward to it, he responded. Respond in the threads. Has frequently Gunn is the boss. Clear to confusion. He bears some blame for. Many months, almost a year, have passed since Jim Gordon actor Jeffrey White revealed he was waiting patiently on Part 2's script. I have not read the script. I have not received the script. I'm waiting patiently. So there's no script to the Batman yet, but again, I hope that Matt Reeves and DC did learn a little bit of the Penguin show, especially with Matt Reeves. I hope that he learned of the small mistakes he did in the Batman, even though the Batman movie isn't the worst one. There's a lot of stuff I like in it for me personally, but also a lot of stuff I don't like in it. But I hope that he learned from the Penguin show that they have to go a little better on the script on Part 2.
I never liked the Bruce Wayne. His Bruce Wayne was horrible.
No, he never played with Bruce Wayne. That's the thing. He never played Bruce Wayne. And what the movie was about is that he can't separate himself from being Bruce and Batman. He's still young. This is year 2 of being Batman.
Year 2, that's
right. This is year 2, so he's not. That's why he's not good, the best Batman yet. So that's a lot about what the story is, and what we need to see is Part 2. He has to be more Bruce Wayne. This, it's after the Penguin, all this kind of stuff, and he needs to be more Bruce Wayne. I know Robert Pattinson can play Bruce Wayne. I've seen a movie with him. He's like 90%.
Oh, he's a brilliant actor. These guys are very underrated.
Yeah, but the thing, the whole movie, he's in a car most of the time, but he plays a rich man and all that kind of stuff. And he's like a Bruce Wayne character, and he can do a Bruce Wayne really well. I've seen him do like a Bruce Wayne character.
I'll say it again. Affleck did the best for crossing both characters of a great Bruce Wayne and a great Batman. I think Affleck
he was. I don't know. He was all right. Bale to me is Bale, and then followed by
Bale sucked dick as Batman and Bruce, dude.
I don't agree, but that's fine.
Yeah, I'm with Cash on this. I liked him as Batman.
I don't fucking care, man.
Oh yeah,
Bale
that's my favorite though. Like I said, it's Heath Ledger is the greatest Joker ever in my opinion. But it's I love those films.
Ben Affleck was the best Batman.
I don't know.
But I agree. But Ben Affleck overall was the best all-around Batman.
And he looks like the character too from the comics. And again, he played my favorite version of Batman from the comics.
Like you said, he plays Bruce so well, and Batman. He balances it out. It's almost perfect.
I watched the Snyder cut or whatever. I don't know. I still find Batman versus Superman boring. But I will say
Fuck you. Batman vs Superman is good. Fuck you. I forget that you have control too. But before I get more into this, I do want to say hail to my favorite Danish person and the only Danish person I like because I'm the racist against Danish people, according to people.
I knew
Slay
it. He's a
Messiah, it's
racist,
good to
guys,
see
a
you. Yeah, I'm a racist. This is good to see you. He said, great news. Blood sugar went from 60 something down to 40. I'm out of the danger zone with my newly diagnosed type 2. Well,
Good luck in that.
man.
that's
Yeah,
good.
Type 2 too.
That's
It's
good.
not easy, but just
Congratulations.
That's
stay
awesome.
vigilant.
Congratulations. Absolutely.
Stay vigilant.
And I'm happy you're feeling better too, my favorite Danish guy. And Slay Messiah also said, and also, hello everyone, nice to see y'all. And good to see you, man. Fuck, it's good to see you, man. And we have, of course,
Our
biggest
troll.
troll. Hey, Phil, did you know I'm bisexual?
Oh boy, don't start.
But no, Phil said,
Bye.
so glad you brought Cash money. He's been sad, no pop talk, so this helps. We all need to support Cash money in his depression.
He's a nut.
Well, I support you, Cash.
I'm
To
sure
a
you do.
point.
Yeah.
To a point.
Yeah, no.
Do you
Of
have one?
course.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thank you for asking. But no, I really hope, and I think we all can agree with this. We hope that with Batman 2, at least the Batman that Matt Reeves have learned from the Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's be honest. He's going to reverse, and who else is going to play Batman? Because they're going to put one on Gunn's universe too. So it's like,
yes, we're gonna two different Batmans, unfortunately.
Yeah,
well, the thing is, it's like you want to look at James Gunn. It's like, have you actually watched the Brave and the Bold animated show? Did you watch that or not? And I have a feeling he didn't. But those are the things people should be worried about. And a Nightwing thing, and Phil and I have talked about this before. You have the Batman and Robin, and then you go into the Nightwing Rising, basically. Okay, that makes sense. So, they've done it before, and Chris O'Donnell did work as Robin. I can't say he didn't. He played a quality Robin, but they could do it again and start recycling this stuff a little bit, but will they do this right? That's the question. And so James Gunn is not.
No, because he's already skipping the most important Robin.
Yes, right.
And that is Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson. You can't skip Dick Grayson. Yes.
No, but now we're getting straight to the Damian Wayne story. So what we're probably just gonna hear about the other. No. Maybe we'll hear about the others, but we won't see them. It's going to be an older
Batman in that case too. So it's not.
Yes, it's going to be a grown-up Batman.
I don't know.
Kid, yeah.
I think somebody should do another Titan show, but maybe it's not worth it. What did the first one go on?
I hated the Batman and Titan. I love the show. Besides that, though, everything in that show was really good, except for their Batman.
I think
just go back and do
Ravenworks,
the original Teen Titans. Not Teen Titans Go, not live action. Go back to the OG Teen Titans, the original, the great, the fantastic, the wonderful, stupendous, and all that other shit can die.
Still mad about it got canceled back in that time.
So many. I like the Nightwing there. I mean, the way he was portrayed, Grayson was good in that series. I thought.
I did not like Dick Grayson much in the Titans because he acted more like Jason Todd than Dick at times. He acted way too much like Jason in the beginning.
He was very aggressive.
Yeah,
I did like his thing. Fuck Batman, because we know how Grayson did feel about Batman after a while. So.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but again, he acted a lot more like Jason Todd, and that's not okay. The thing that they did best in the show was Jason Todd. That was one of the better things they did, because
I thought they did a pretty good job with Raven from what I saw.
Yeah, Raven was pretty decent. Yes, really other than she could never kiss her co-host because he was older than her. She was underage when they casted.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
But I didn't like what they did with Scarecrow, making him a fucking emo who cuts himself in the face, not wearing the mask.
I didn't get that far. I only got.
He looked like a hipster who smokes weed, cuts his face.
I stopped at season 1. I think I stopped at the time when they brought in.
But the worst part of the whole show was destroying Batman. That's the worst thing in the show. That was the worst thing. It's destroying Batman.
Yeah, Batman
making
was
him
just
made him kill Joker with his own crowbar, making him a depressed little bitch who tries to suffocate himself by killing himself in a castle with, burning the castle, trying to suffocate himself. They destroyed Batman completely. That he was so out of touch of who he really is. And the ending of the show is basically the ending of Dark Phoenix. So if you've seen Dark Phoenix, it's the same ending basically in Titans.
Wow.
It's from basically scene from scene the way they did it. When I watched the last,
go ahead.
No, when I watched the last episode of the last season, I'm just like, why is this so familiar? So I was thinking, like, where have I seen this kind of stuff before? And then I rewatched, Dark Phoenix, and I'm just like, okay, they just did a X-Men Dark Phoenix ending, scene from scene, basically. What you were gonna say, Cash?
I'm trying to remember now. Oh, right, the Teen Titans, though. This whole thing about Starfire being a black hooker and stuff, it was ridiculous. I was like, they got to show her coming down from the planet.
Yeah, they made her whole race black people.
It's just
they are orange. They are orange.
Yes,
I don't. It's like I say, she's a beautiful woman.
orange.
Yes, she's a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful woman. Good actress. I don't mind that she's a black person. I don't care about that.
No.
But I want them not to make her a hooker and make her orange. She's a goddamn fucking alien.
She turned into orange, but she should have always been orange. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how she is. She's not.
But her whole
really,
race is people
orange.
of color now. All of her whole race is just black people now.
Ridiculous.
Her sister and other people. Yeah.
There was obviously an agenda that they wanted to push in Titans. It was Stargirl. I heard Stargirl on the CW was actually a good show, but I never.
It wasn't bad.
It was
decent.
Was it decent?
So,
okay.
Decent.
Now, there's a character in the Titans that was played. Was it Hank Hall? That's Hawk. That actor, he actually plays Reacher. They're talking of him. He's been applying to be the new Batman in Gunn's universe. So that's still talk. But he said he wouldn't do it.
It wouldn't be bad. I still got to watch the second season of Reacher.
Get Scott Adkins. Get Scott fucking Adkins as Batman. He tried out to be the Batman for the Batman movie. Dude, Scott fucking Adkins, who looks like Bruce Wayne. He can do martial arts. He's a stuntman. He's a good fucking actor. One underrated action star who could play Batman in a heartbeat. He also played a fat Russian in the last John Wick movie, in a big fat suit.
Okay, so he was in. Oh yeah,
Cat Scott Adkins. That would have been a great Batman.
I'm all for it. I want James Gunn to just be honest with the audience and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to approach it. But
just focus on the first stuff first.
It's really difficult to believe in somebody
and
like
reboot it all. Reboot it
when
all.
he defends the Flash and defends Ezra Miller. Those two things right there is like, it's a hard pill to swallow.
Oh well, so that's not even going about Ezra. He's got not the goodest of human people. All the backtrack of his trashy attitude and the stuff he's into. They should get rid of him immediately. I would have brought in whatchamacallit from the TV series before using him again. Because I think he did a great job as the Flash. He played that character well. It's like, but then Ezra, it's like he's problematic.
They already had even a Superman from the Lois and the Clark show. I mean, the newest one they have, they could have just used him. But
that show also sucks, man. Oh,
was it?
God.
I haven't watched it.
I've seen the last. It's ending soon. I started on the last season. So what happens is that his heart is failing, so he's debuffed now. So he had to get a new. He got a new heart, and the heart was from the father of Lois. He gave up his heart.
How can Superman's heart fail? What the hell?
And then now he's debuffed.
Wow.
He's debuffed.
That's dumb as hell. Right.
And the story is just getting worse and worse. They don't know really what the hell they're doing.
They had the perfect Superman anyway. But anyway, that's not.
I just,
Henry
oh
needs-
wow, they didn't. Well, yeah, Henry would have been fine, and Henry's not too
yeah.
old and all this stuff. But it's just they have now a discount Henry. I mean, who is this guy? He looks like a
Yeah, I don't even
discount
know.
Henry. I just like whatever.
Yeah, the Temu or Wish version of.
Cavill, yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
and if this movie bombs, that for whatever reason, when it comes out, the Superman film, if people are really turned off by it, then James Gunn is going to start attacking the fans. He doesn't always attack the fans, but sometimes he does. They've got to find it. They already have now a direction again. The Penguin is the direction. You need to
It's the
just
right
go with
direction
that.
you have to go. You have to go
Yes.
the Penguin direction.
Yes.
Get that showrunner, writer, creator of the Penguin,
Yes.
and put
Yes.
her on everything.
Yes.
Put her in
Yes.
charge of everything.
She
That was
gets it.
God.
She wants to get it.
Oh.
It's obvious that she
That
does
was
her
that was
research.
a 10 out of 10
Yes.
villain story.
It was
10 out of
really
10
fucking
villain
good,
story.
man. It's easily a
And they
great
knew
show.
how to
Great
write. They
season.
knew all this,
Yes.
and making you care about the characters,
Yes.
all the characters. And again, the ending of the show was fucking mind-blowing,
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. They made it like Victor. It's just like, oh fuck, of course. Like you knew it was coming.
Yeah, don't
but it's
spoil
like,
too
fuck.
much. I don't think
No,
Tom has
I
seen
don't
it
want
yet.
to
But
Oh,
I
Tom, you
won't
haven't
tell
seen
you
it
what
yet?
happened. You haven't seen it yet,
No,
Tom?
no.
Okay, I don't want to spoil
Oh.
too much.
Oh my goodness! Do yourself a favor.
Yes,
Do
yes.
yourself. I know.
Especially
I
for
have
like
it.
the
I have it on
Sopranos.
hard drive already to watch. So
Oh.
Don't listen to IGN about their 5 out of 10 nonsense.
Okay.
It's
Oh, I never
hell
listen to
out
anything
here.
by IGN. I've lost my.
But there are certain people out there who claim that the show was woke because of Sophia.
yeah, I know, and it's like, no, dude, that was.
I
fine.
showed you some of the comments, Cash.
I
of some of the
know.
people.
I was like, no, guys. See, you have to be the anti woke people can just be as bad as the wokey pokey.
They can.
The things they
Yes,
say.
they can.
Like, stop,
And
guys.
they claim, because
They
Sophia,
looked
no,
at
it's
the
just
new-
woke.
Look,
They focus too much on her.
The
It's
new Mega
woke.
Man show that's going to be, there's actually a Mega Man show coming out. People are like, dude,
Yeah.
is this going to be woke? And some people are like, will you shut up? It's like, yeah, I get that. It's just because a lot of it's
There was
happened. but to
nothing woke
say
about
the
Sophia.
Penguin-
Nothing woke.
No,
Nothing
she's
woke
a
about
A
her.
good,
Yikes,
just a good
dude.
example. I'm going to say
Yeah.
there's this horror series, The Quiet Place. The aliens that can hear you. The last
Pretty
one
good.
had a black woman lead. She was not
Pretty
woke at
good.
all. She was.
No,
she was
she was
actually kind of
not.
a. Yeah,
Just
I
boring
loved her
movie.
character.
Yeah,
I
know,
liked
James-
it. I enjoyed it, but I
thought,
liked the
I thought it was
series.
pretty good. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was
liked it.
pretty
And-
boring. I couldn't barely finish
I
it.
know
Her
you
Yeah.
character was actually kind of made mistakes, and she made, it wasn't a perfect character by any means, but her and the guy, a white guy,
Yes.
helped each other. They survived, and that's, I'm not
Yes,
going to
they
say
did.
anything else.
Yeah,
but-
no, I will agree with that. Of course, I will still
Yes.
agree with that. It's not a woke movie. For me, it was
Yeah,
just
not
really
at all.
boring.
Well, yeah,
So-
it's a black female lead. It's woke. No,
No.
black movie, amazing black female actresses out there that can do it. And same with male actors. Like, stop.
That's right.
That's the
Yeah,
complete.
and again,
opposite of,
if we say
Yeah.
if you don't like a movie, it's not because the actor themselves. Okay, that's not the
yeah.
thing.
No.
And but now since Kelly Marie Tran came out as queer, they're gonna
Oh,
attack us a
boy,
lot
no.
more since we don't
He
like
needs-
her
he needs
character.
jobs. What's going to come out is more revisionist nonsense history because y'all didn't like John Boyega when he was revealed as a stormtrooper. It's like, no, that's
There
not
were
true.
some people that didn't like him. It's
Well,
just like
that's
it's
be-
not
that's because-
everybody.
That's
Hold
just a
on.
little
I love his
majority.
character.
Yes, it's
That's
just-
because
it's
it's
people
on the
being
internet.
ignorant. Right.
But what's going to
It's-
end up happening is people are going to say, well, you didn't like Kelly Marie Tran because she was this and she was that and she was that. It's like, no, assholes. We didn't
No.
like her character.
Yes,
don't-
exactly.
We don't care about
I
Daisy
don't-
Ridley. We kind of like Daisy Ridley. She's a little cutie. But as far as Ray
Hell yeah.
Palpatine, trash ass character.
Yes.
God.
Daisy
And
actually
then
doesn't
the-
even attack the fans.
and as
Actually,
far
one
as-
thing I respect
yeah.
her. She actually doesn't
And
mind the
it's-
fans. She's like, no.
The ninth movie,
So-
they just pushed her back in the background, just like some other characters. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. It's like you want to try to make this more important than you don't. But like this has happened with other stuff. Same thing I feel about season 2 of Arcane. We had main characters getting pushed back. I was like, no, I want
Finn
to
should've-
know more about that.
Finn should have been a Jedi or something really a
Yes.
lot more powerful. Instead,
Yes,
he was a
God.
janitor.
Oh.
I was like, what the hell?
They should have just
the
never.
issue-
They should have never thrown away the expanded universe. You can still cast the same
No,
people. You
never,
can
I
still
agree.
cast the same people. That's no problem. You
Well,
can
they're
still
not.
cast
They
the same
haven't
people.
thrown away the expanded universe. They're butchering it. they're picking up they're picking at it to use whatever characters they want.
No, because according to Kathleen, there is no source material. There were never books or anything. Remember?
Then why
Yeah.
is Thrawn, why is this? I'm sorry.
Right.
Why is the dollar store Thrawn? Not even the dollar store Thrawn. That might be the Wish or Temu version of Thrawn, based on everything I hear about this character. Like all the stuff that I heard about Thrawn,
it never was books or anything. Come on, dude.
I never. Look, I'll be honest. I never read the books, but I've heard all these things, all these interesting characteristics about Thrawn in the books, and this master tactician. And then I watched Ahsoka and went,
I know
that doesn't match up.
Hey, Kilted, then I have a quest for you to do. Read the Cade Skywalker storyline from the Expanded Universe. It's a comic book series.
Oh man!
Read The Last Skywalker. He's the last Skywalker to ever live, and he's a different type of Skywalker than anyone of them all.
Dude, he is a freaking badass, dude.
And I can say a little bit about him. The way he starts out as a Jedi, as you know, a Padawan.
Yes.
Stuff happens, so he gets away from his family and all that kind of stuff. Shit happens. Don't want to. Not gonna spoil everything because you haven't read it. Right. And then he becomes a bounty hunter, and his style, he has some tattoos, long hair, his ears. He has like big stretched rings in his ears, a little beard, and he's a bad fucking ass dude. And he is women love him. He's a little.
Send me a message on Discord what the names of the comics are.
I will. And he's also, he hates the Skywalker bloodline in the beginning.
He does.
Oh. So he does drugs.
Yes,
he does death sticks.
He does death sticks.
Yeah, he does death sticks because he doesn't want to be connected with the Force. He does not want to be connected with the Skywalker blood because he actually bashes the Skywalker blood for all the fucking mistakes and what has gone on in the whole the past and everything. And he's also, and after being a bounty hunter, he becomes a Sith too, actually. And then he goes back to be a Jedi. It's a big fun story. I will send it to you, Kill. It's my favorite story.
There's a character in Star Wars that was never brought to the main canon, which I hate. It's Gallic Merrick. Anybody remember that? Or Galen Merrick.
Yeah, Gallic Starkiller from the games and books.
I love his character. I mean, some people say he was overpowered, but his
in the games, he's overpowered. In the books, he is not overpowered like that. Yeah. He's weaker in the books. But again, the reason he is stronger in the games is because it's a game mechanic. It's a game. Exactly. But in the
good
books,
actor that played him too. He actually does Days Gone and that. It's William Woodward. I'm a big fan of his, and it's like, he plays his character really good, and I like the character development of this. And I would like to see him in the actual universe, but I don't know if they
and also Kilted. If you want to know the origin of my name, Jason, you should read those stories with Jason Solo, Jaina Solo, and Ben Skywalker, Anakin Solo, the real family of what happened after the movies, the real family of the Skywalker and Solos, the real lineage and family. That there are good stories and heartbreaking, really heartbreaking, and also you will learn how Chewbacca dies.
Oh, I know how he does.
Yeah, it's a sad one. The good storyline. Heavily recommend it. But yeah, Cade Skywalker, he's my favorite Skywalker to ever live.
It's great.
He's just so fucking great. I love him. And no, heavily recommend it. But no, it never existed according to Kathleen and them. Never existed. But my point was, you can still cast all the same people. It wouldn't be a problem. I could see, Adam Driver and Daisy play Jason and Jaina or something like that, or he could play a different character and you get another actor because they are twins, so they basically have to be the same age. They are twins. But movie magic can always make that happen. But you can still cast a lot of the same people, do something amazing, do something cool. And that's why I was disappointed in The Force Awakens to begin with. I didn't hate the actors or anything like that. And yes, Finn was a character that could have been interesting. But I don't like the movie overall. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, I didn't like the story overall because I remember when I first saw the first trailer of Force Awakens, I already saw what storyline they were ripping off. And that was, a story with Jaina and Jason and all of them. They just ripped a lot of that story already and made their own version of it and all this kind of stuff. And it pissed me off because it was one of my favorite storylines and you just fucking ripped that apart when you said you're taking away the expanded universe and then you're just taking bits from it and doing your own thing with it and and it's not okay and no, but Finn, he could have been a character I could have enjoyed at least in the movies if they didn't make him a janitor and being racist against him. And Poe, I really didn't care much. He was more of a Han Solo character. That's all he reminded me of. Didn't really care much. And Rey was just a piss poor, R-worded character who was shit. And of course they destroyed Luke Skywalker from the beginning. So, and Han
People will
Solo.
talk about that
They destroyed Han Solo and Leia in Force Awakens 2, destroying the family, destroying the man he was. They destroyed his character building to become the father, become a greater man than he ever was. Even with his personality, he became a greater man. And the big build up for it, and everything that makes Han Solo to what Han Solo is, and why we love him as a father. Just ripping that apart and go back to scratch one with him, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
They just went to scratch one, destroying his character. And
we've talked about this stuff until we're blue in the face. Unfortunately, nothing's going to change.
Exactly.
Nothing is going to change. Nothing, exactly.
But I want now. It's like we get the Batman. I didn't hate the Batman. Then we get Matt Reeves Penguin. Okay, great. Let's keep going in this direction and see what's happened. That was a positive thing that I've seen in mainstream entertainment recently, and I'm glad. But I want to see more of that. There's a few positives out there, but
more of that too. Yeah,
so much. Yeah.
You need to see more of good writing like that because that was gotten good writing, and
it really was.
And Cobra Kai, good writing too. Cobra Kai, good writing too. I'm fucking if you haven't seen Cobra Kai, it's fucking good. It's fucking good. Cobra Kai's fucking good. It's my second favorite show. Legit. They're doing everything Star Wars should have done and other shows should have done. They actually care about the OG characters, care about the OG stories that came before, and adding upon them and making more lore of what was and questions we had from the movies.
Yeah.
Miyagi, what was his past? Why was he so related to the martial arts? Who was he? We learned that in the new season of Cobra Kai. We're learning why he was against
don't spoil
fighting.
too much of it.
I'm not gonna say it, but we learn why and the reasons. It's like, damn, this is just fucking amazing. It's mind blowing. It's like, this is what I thought he did. Like, I had the feeling that it must be something like this what they did in the show, and they did it. It's like, shit, it's incredible. And they're also expanding with new characters, the younger characters and all that. The way they connect everything is just it's fantastic. Good series. Part 3 of the last season comes out next year. Good. I'm super excited. I'm fucking excited. I'm also heartbroken, like I was with Penguin, because it's ending.
Brutal. Yeah.
It's ending, and the ending of this part of the last season. Jesus fucking Christ! What an ending! You can't end like that. I'm not gonna say what happened, but you can't end like that. Come on, dude. But this is they're doing it great. The way they create the show, even ending it in the cliffhanger, they're ending. They are making people excited. They know what they're doing with the story, with the pacing, with connecting to the audience, and not pushing all the crap into it. Is there a little things here and there that can be
there always has been, but they relate to things that could actually happen in a high school
it relates to things. That's the thing I was going to say. Yes, is it a little with racial stuff and race. Yes, there are small things like that, but it's not in your face. It's not like it's not pushed in there. They're doing it like an organic way to make you understand the characters and actually problems that people are facing and kids are facing that can happen in real life, you know, and questions.
Now, I do always get I do understand always the joke, like karate doesn't just break out in schools, and I always laugh. But the way they do it is, I still think it's cool.
Yeah, but it's still a fantasy universe, you know. It's not a really, so it's still fun because the movies have always been like that, you know. Not everything fucking makes sense, you know. I'm a martial artist. Nothing. A lot of stuff they do makes no fucking sense, but it's the way they do it. They just make it work, you know. The movies are goofy, but they make it work.
Yeah, they're goofy, but they also have good messages in there.
Yes, they make it work, and they just make everything work.
Daniel actually does get trained, and somebody would get trained, and the things that people deal with and stuff, like it would just make sense. So
I even enjoyed Karate Kid, you know, the new with the girl, you know, the third movie with the girl. I even enjoyed that one.
Goofy. I don't know. I can't watch that again. It's been a long
time. I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it because Miyagi, you know. And other stuff. I still enjoy it. I'm still waiting for. I don't know. I wish they would add her in it too, in Cobra Kai. But they have added in everyone else from the past movies. You know.
I thought I thought they added her into it. They brought her back for.
They maybe did. It's been.
I haven't been watching. It's only what what I hear.
No,
like
Hillary
Jeremy
Swank
and Gary talking about.
Hillary Swank, I don't know. I don't know about this season. I don't think
maybe they were just talking about hoping she comes back.
Yes, they were probably hoping. I don't think other channels and stuff. There hasn't been any confirmation that Hillary Swank has been back in Cobra Kai.
And I need to
everybody
say
else has pretty much, but
yeah, Karate Kid 4, not 3, 4. Sorry.
Yes.
But no, she was not in it. No.
No, Hillary Swank is not. Yeah,
I need to think that because I've so long since I've seen the older seasons. I'm like, I can't remember if she's been there.
Hillary Swank has not shown up, and if she was going to show up in this new season, it would have been news. Obviously, it would have been news.
And I would have loved to see that. But again, what I also want to say is that yes, I'm excited for the new Karate Kid. I am for the new Karate Kid movie. I think it's going to be interesting. And yes, I'm not the biggest fan. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the one with Jackie Chan. I still watch it once in a while because I love Jackie Chan. It's not a Karate Kid movie. It's a Kung Fu movie. It should be Kung Fu Kid. But even though it's concerning how they're going to connect because the Jackie Chan movie was in its own universe, its own world. But, you know, whatever. It's Jackie Chan and Daniel. You know, we were getting these characters together from the movies with, you know, a new apprentice in it, and I am excited to see how it's gonna go. Which way it's gonna go? Is it gonna be bad? Is it gonna be good? But I have a little faith in it. I've watched, you know, everything from Cobra Kai so far, waiting for the last one, and if they just follow the blueprints that I really hope they do, maybe the new Karate Kid movie will be good. You know.
Maybe. I don't know. You know, of course, Netflix seems to have the monopoly on adaptations, also on anime. So we'll see what happens. I know Death Note you kind of liked, Space. You had told me about. You kind of liked the Death Note.
With the Death Note one, the
live action one.
I always say it like this: as a big Death Note guy, if you don't know what Death Note is, you can see it as a decent teenager thriller horror movie.
Okay.
So.
Sorry, no.
Yeah, but now I'm
yes, it's garbage.
Yeah, but now I'm talking for the people who enjoyed it a lot more than me, and the people I know, like I will use my sister as an example. She liked it, but she never knew about the anime. She didn't know about the manga, but she liked the movie, and she never knew it. I have shown her the Japanese movies. I've shown her the anime and manga, and she loves it. She loves it a lot, the original stuff. But the way she viewed it is, you know, a normal, you know, thriller with a little horror in it, and just, you know, a fun movie. You know, it's a casual viewer. So if you don't know what Death Note is, yes, it's a decent movie. You know, with teenagers and you know, goofy. It's a decent movie if you don't know what Death Note is. But if you are a big fan, like really hardcore fan, it is like I say, it's a shit poor Death Note movie. It's a shit poor Death Note movie when you know the lore and love the original source material. It's a shit movie. But when I watched it, I didn't hate it like everyone else. I don't love it. But when I viewed it, I'm like, okay, I could see certain stuff. I don't like a lot of changes here. I really don't, with Mia, Misa in it. I hate her because she's more light than Light himself. But when I view it, just like, I'm going to turn off my mind. I'm not going to think about, I'm not going to think about the manga or anime. I'm not going to think about that. If I watch it, I'm gonna watch I'm just gonna watch like a typical B horror thriller teenager movie, right? So I separate how I view it. But it's a good adaptation? Fuck no. I love Death Note as much as I love Star Wars and stuff like that.
Right.
But if you're, if you don't know much about Death Note, I think it's a decent movie. It's an interesting adaptation. Even the creators of the original Death Note loved the movie. They liked the movie for what it was. They praised the movie because it was so different and stuff they never thought about. So they praised the movie for the differences and having the balls to do something different with it. So they liked it.
Yeah. Well, we've had, we had that. Of course, we've now had One Piece was probably the most successful adaptation from an anime, I would say.
Yep. And I just want to say one thing. If you think the Death Note of Netflix was bad, Japan did. Not the movies. They're good. The Death Note movies from Japan is good. They did a live action drama of the show, of Death Note.
Okay.
And they made Light even worse than the Netflix adaptation. They made him a fucking emo kid who basically is suicidal. When he gets the book, he basically tries to kill himself. And he cries like a baby. And then you have L, who is basically a vegan in a way. He only eats healthy. He looks vegan. He wears shoes. L is not gonna fucking wear shoes. He hates shoes. And are there certain parts in the show that I enjoy? Yes. Just like the Netflix movie, certain parts I do enjoy. But he was a lot light in the Japanese live action TV drama. He was more of a bitch than a fucking bitch. And yeah, it is not a good adaptation either. So Japan also dropped the ball with that one, with the TV drama. Just so people know, it's not only Netflix who messed up to a certain point. It's also them. And they also made Light a simp for Misa. Yeah, they made him a simp for Misa.
Misa.
Actually, yeah, exactly. He even likes to go to her concerts and listen to her sing.
Well, even other countries, like, things aren't always going to land. So, but the question is, like, going back, is Netflix going to get their act together with some of this stuff? Okay, so I just need to say, hail to Steve.
Yeah, hi Steve. How you doing?
I've been trying to record that.
Right there on the screen.
How's the carbs?
Crabs.
Sorry. I meant crabs.
That's from when I was playing Sunken Land, and as I'm playing,
you get crabs.
You find crabs, and I'm like, oh, I have. I stabbed one of them, picked it up. I'm like, yes, I have crabs, and I went. It's a shame I'm not streaming right now because that would have been a hilarious clip.
And Steve said, "Have you you have to watch Death Note in original Norwegian or Klingon?" Okay. Yeah. If you're talking about dubs, it was never dubbed in Norway. Norway never dub anime. And not Misu, Misa. It's an A on the end. Misa.
Misa, like a Jedi.
Misa, exactly. And also, the best adaptation of Death Note is the first movie, live action movie, because it also came before the anime. Actually, It came out before the anime. But Cash, you were talking.
I just want to know if Netflix is going to get their act together. They had this big success with One Piece. If My Hero Academia is going to be live action, are they going to get it together and understand this? I think obviously people have mixed feelings about The Last Airbender. I don't know if it was exactly a success, but I don't know if it was exactly
I love
a
it.
failure either.
I love it.
I haven't
Excited for the
finished
next
it
season.
this season yet, so it is
Yeah, I've
getting a
just been
second
waiting for
season.
you. I've just been waiting for you and Chris to have time.
Okay,
They're making a live action My Hero Academia.
that's
Yes,
what
they
they've
are.
been saying. Yes.
Yes, there's a lot of other adaptation
Netflix.
that's gonna happen, but and yeah, with One Piece was really
Oh.
successful, but you
Was.
had one of the writers talking
You
about
did, and the
Donald
creator
Trump
was
thing.
heavily. I know. I don't. I see
But
those things.
I
And,
recently, because I do follow them on Instagram and other platforms. He was just on set with them. He was just there with them, looking over stuff, and he is still part of the show. He is still part of the show.
okay.
So it looks like he's looking over certain stuff. So I think that's good, at least.
Well, the creator needs to be, or at least be a consultant. Like, it just makes sense. I mean, I would have obviously brought the creator on if I'm working on a adaptation of Cowboy Bebop. That's just a must.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Netflix, I don't know. I still haven't watched Squid Game. I've heard good things about that. I might watch that sometime.
Squid Game is really good. I am excited for.
It's going to be a second season, I know.
Yeah, it's coming out now. And what I fucking love about season 2, they have one of the kings of K-pop in it. Top. He's a great. If it wasn't for Big Bang, the kings of K-pop, they are legit. That's their fucking name. They are kings of K-pop. They are the ones that made K-pop popular, and nobody in the K-pop industry can ever make a performance like they can. And they just came back. Unfortunately, Top is no longer part of Big Bang because he wanted to focus on other stuff in his life, and that was being an actor. So he's in Squid Game season 2 as more of a villain character, and I've seen him act in other movies. God fucking damn it. Seeing one of the best K-pop rappers and singers being more in the spotlight, and he deserves it in the movies and TV shows because he's really underrated in that. Really happy to see that he's part of it. I am excited for it. I still have mixed feelings about the main actor because of his past of certain stuff. And he also played, in Acolytes. But I will still give him praise. He's a good actor. I will still give him praise. He gave his all in the show. And he did something that not many people do. He learned English just to play the role. He could not speak English before this.
Nice.
He learned English just to play the role. So he took his character really seriously. Even though it was a shit show, he is one of the better actors in the show. And I do enjoy his performance because he's a good actor. I'm still a little bit wary about his past, but again, it's South Korea. A lot of actors has a lot of shit on them and rumors on them. Happens all the fucking time. We don't know what's real or not, but he's a really good actor. I'm giving him the praise what he did in the Acolyte. He did the best he could, and he really wanted to try to do the best he could. But he's a great actor. So really excited for Squid Game season 2, and also really excited for Alice in Borderland, the new season 3 of Alice in Borderland. One of the best. It's super good. It's one of the best adaptations of a manga. The anime, we only got like 2 episodes. They got canceled many years ago. They never finished the anime. They never did, unfortunately. But the manga is fucking amazing. And the reason the TV show is good is because of the creator of the fucking TV show. He is a guy who listens to the creators of the source material. He's also the guy who created the 4th live-action movie of Death Note, and he's done other adaptations of a manga too. But what he likes to do is listen to the creators. He reads the manga. He goes through and through of his work. He takes time with his work and the people that works with him. He spends time to make sure they're doing this good, precise, and the right way to do it. I will use an example is in the Death Note, in a manga, we get to know that Misa commits suicide. The reason she commits suicide is because she doesn't have light in her life anymore. So she's depressed. She knows, that was always her love of her life. Even though she forgot that Elle was Kira, she still remembers Light as her boyfriend. And that was the love of her life. So she became depressed, ended her life. Um, so what did the creator of, the fourth movie do? Also the creator of course, Alice in Borderland. He listened to the interview with the creators of Death Note, where they talk about Misa committing suicide, and also you get it in the books. In one of the books, when you get the big one, in the last pages, you learn about the characters, and you learn that some of them have died, some other stuff. So what the creator did, he added Misa in the fourth movie. He added her in the movie, and then he actually added that she committed suicide in the movie because of lights and all that. So he is a guy who cares about the source material. And I've always said this, we need more of these creators in movies and TV shows. Creators like him who cares about the source material and
Don't
also
care
could go.
about it enough. Like, it doesn't have to be every part of it. Like, it has to follow the
No,
comic
no.
book
But at
novel
least
completely.
respect the source
Right.
material. And that's what he also did with Alice in Borderland. Yes, certain stuff in
Shut
Alice
up.
in Borderland is changed, yes, to a certain point, but it still sticks to the blueprints of who the characters are, what Alice in Borderland is about, and you get to learn they are in the world, in the what do you call it again? Basically, world between worlds in a way. It's fuck. I don't remember what we call it in English right now. But limbo. They are in a limbo. They are not in heaven. They're not in hell. They are in a limbo. Certain people can survive when you do play the games, and some people get out of the limbo and can live a normal life again, but they lose the memories of being in the limbo in the borderland. They lose, the memories of being there, but they still have when they are out of the limbo in the real world again, they have a connection with each other. There is something that connects them together still. And they're sticking to all the blueprints right there. And when it comes to certain things, like, yes, a lot of people said Alice in Borderland was woke because we had a trans character in it. No. The thing is, when they created the manga, that character was always trans to begin with. She was written a trans character from the beginning, and you learn why she is trans in the show and in the manga. You learn about it and why she is that, and you learn basically a little bit of trauma and other stuff. So it's organically. And Tom, you can also mention stuff like that organically, right? There's actually a reason why people change sometimes because of trauma or other stuff. There can be a lot of reasons, and they added that in the manga, and they added that in the show. So no, it was not woke. It was not Netflix trying to be woke, though. I've seen multiple people try to claim that with the show. They're like, "Oh, it's a good show, but they had to add a trans character." No, she was always a trans character, and you learn why in the manga and the live action adaptation. And the live action adaptation, I'm really passionate about it because I really love it. So my favorite things, Death Note, the Death Note adaptations from Japan, the movies, and Alice in Borderland is a really good second when it comes to adaptations from a manga. Really well done. Heavily recommend it. And not going to spoil what happens in it, but the fun thing, in the show, I think you will never know who's the real villain in the limbo. Because even the mangas, they never explain who the real villain is, who controls it. You never really get to know. You only hear about it, someone called Joker, but you never get to see them or what's going on, really. That's going to be interesting if they change that or not. But yeah, I'm passionate about Alice in Borderland, so check it out. I heavily recommend it. You do not need to read the manga to understand the show. The show is doing it perfectly the way it is, and there's no point of trying to watch the anime because it only got like 2 episodes and they were short. They never got to finish it. And another good adaptation is Blade of the Immortal. one of my other favorite mangas out there. The only sad part is that they had to take away the logo on his back because that was, because people relate that to the Yahtzees these days. But that is really good too, and really sticks to the lore and manga too. So there are a lot of great stories out there that are based on manga that you should watch. There's a lot of them. Even the Bleach movie was good.
Doobie doobie doo.
I don't know what.
I get Scooby Dooby Doo being sung from the other room. That's lovely.
And also the fun thing, the guy who created the Bleach live action adaptation was also the same guy who does Alice in Borderland. And he's also the one who does the My Hero Academia live action movie. So that makes it hope for the live action of My Hero, because it is him. He is the creator of the live action one, and he cares about source material.
If you care about it, yeah, we'll see what happens. They've got Netflix does they do good things and then they do shitty things, and they do good things again, then they do shitty things.
Yeah, but
so
no, I have
more good things than shitty things.
I have a good feeling that My Hero can be good.
It could,
because
could.
Sato, Shinsuke Sato, he cares about source material. He really, really does. So that's why I do believe in him that it can be good.
Can you see me? Yeah.
He's also, if you guys have seen the Gats live action adaptation, the movie, also him that created it. He's also the one who did that one. So he's done a lot of stuff.
Do you see what I'm doing?
So yeah, that's my rant of the day of good stuff. And Steve said Baron would have gotten the joke about the Klingon.
Yeah,
he would probably would. I know too little about Star Trek.
Dude. I know.
And all right, last hour at work. Time to pack up the laptop and finish up my day. Take care, gentlemen. Don't go invading Finland, Denmark, or anything. Can't promise anything. I like Finland though. They're nice. I like Finland. I love them, and I love their drinking. The Finnish people can drink as fuck, and I love that. The Danish people, yeah, they can drink too, but it's Danish people. I like one Danish guy. He's cool. Everyone else, not so much. And I will also, recommend watching the Kingdom movies, and that's also by Sato. It's 4 movies, really good ones. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Yep. Anything you guys want to recommend before we wrap up the night?
The Penguin,
the new
Blacklist.
Blacklist.
Yes, I'll second the Blacklist.
That's a good one.
It's brilliant show.
And Snail Messiah said, Dane are usually ones still standing. After the Swedes pass out, then Norwegians gives up. No, real Norwegians never fucking give up. We drink days and days if we want to. We don't pass the fuck out. We have fun. Maybe the new generation of Norwegians are gay and boring, but not the original Norwegians. Swedes, they're boring. But I have been drinking with a lot of Danish people in my time, and they can party, They can party, but, they're not like you, Snail. They're not like you. They're not cool as you. Since you are cool, we need to meet up and drink.
Yeah, and you know what? The Swedes actually decided to pander with Lego. Come on, man.
Come on,
you guys
man.
created the Legos.
Let
Come
me
on.
bring it with a pin, though. Oh, they can, dude. They are heavy, man. God damn, they are heavy with the drinking. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. We are neighbors. It's not that hard, man. We're neighbors, so we can make that happen. And listen to some metal and rock and roll, good music. Yeah, he's good taste.
What's been recently? Of course, the Walking Dead stuff. If you still enjoy that, the Daryl and the
Yeah, have
Book
you
of
seen the new
Carol, the
season?
book of I have. I like it.
Have you seen all of this stuff they came up with?
Yep, I watched the Book of Daryl. I watched the Book of
Yeah,
Carol.
same here.
I
Yeah.
liked it. It's pretty good. It's enjoyable entertainment. The things that happen, it's just they keep pushing the boundaries with the Walking Dead. So I got to give them credit. And it's like if they ever killed off Daryl, I know the fans would go crazy.
Is that a
And
season 2 to the Daryl show? Is actually a second one already, or is that the first?
There's there was the Book of Daryl, and then there's the Book of Carol.
Then we
And there's
have the
sequel
ones who live.
episodes.
Don't forget
Yep.
the
Yeah,
ones
right.
who
The
live
ones that
with
lived.
yeah.
That one, and then there, the one with Nemec. Nemec. I'm just kidding.
But now we have the ones who live, who's about Lincoln, the Lincoln
Right.
has Rick Grimes.
Yeah, that one was good too.
Um,
Yeah, I like that one as well. They tied that in.
Okay, I've seen
Not too
those
horrible.
videos.
Not yeah, no, the
No,
shows
they
are not too horrible. Not
they're
too horrible.
just the writing is still good. They have interesting characters. They have interesting situations. So that's why people are still watching The Walking Dead. I know it seems like a show that'll
was
never
just
end.
Dead
but
City that was a
just
little.
yeah, I didn't care much about Dead City, but
Hey,
yeah.
it's like I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan with Negan,
Oh yeah,
but
yeah. Negan,
but
Negan's a great character, but
the
yeah,
show
it was
just
just,
made no.
eh,
It didn't
it
really
was
make
just
too much
not.
sense. Just a weird, man.
I just stopped watching it, but the Book of Carol, the Book of Daryl has been enjoyable. Though the one he also mentioned with Rick and Michonne, that was quite good too.
Yeah, they were all pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they're still trying. They still have the same people working on this, and that's why it's still popular. I mean, it's still going on because they're still trying new things. They don't give up. They don't give up. They want to push the zombies to be even more than they are, and all kinds of things. This is what you do if you want to keep your show going.
Yeah, I would say it like that. I think other than Dead City, but I think like
cool.
with the two other shows, with the Dixon and the one who lived and all that.
Yeah.
I felt like they went back to the blueprints of writing mostly. It's like, yes, the one who lived, I was a little skeptical in the beginning. It was a little weird stuff here and there, but I'm like, more I watched it,
well, I was like, okay, yeah. It's just
but
the way their
just have
feelings work. Yeah.
you just have to like watch more of it to like get more into the tone of it.
Yes.
And because what happened, was the with Walking Dead, the main show, because the side shows wasn't that good. Fear of the Walking Dead, World Beyond, that was the World Beyond or Tales.
Fear,
I don't
people liked Fear. I don't think they liked as much as the original show. I know my brother liked Fear a lot, and he would tell you.
I didn't
why
like
he
Fear.
liked
I
it.
think it became stupid, man. I think it's not what we were promised, so they went all over it. I just didn't like it as much. And then we had, World Beyond. That was the worst one because now you have a Gen Z of kids or something,
That one was weird. I watched some of that. I went, I just can't get into this. Like, I'm not feeling this. Yeah.
Yeah, I was not feeling it either. That was something. But the problem, the biggest problem with The Walking Dead, the original, the main show, is that after I think season 3, season 4, season 3, they started to care more about relationships and other stuff than what it was in the beginning. So they started to lose themselves a little bit, but also got a little bit back again. So I won't say like the whole Walking Dead series was a good show. It was absolutely problems here and there with certain stuff and focusing on the wrong things sometimes. But I'm really happy that, especially with Dixon and the one who lived, like they got back more to the blueprints of what we liked about the show. They went more back to the beginning, the blueprints of it.
Because people that actually care about their material, I know, shocking, they'll just keep pushing things in the right direction. And if things don't work or if the show's going wrong or whatever,
I'm just happy they didn't attempt the live action of the alternative universe of Walking Dead, where where Rick Grimes get like a lightsaber. Basically, you have aliens, and zombies.
So weird.
That's a comic. That's a goddamn real comic you did.
Wait till next year. There's a comic book done by Image called The Revival. It's actually was zombies, but there's a little bit of sci-fi connected in with it as well. Believe it or not, it's actually being filmed in my hometown. I got to be on an episode, and I'm hoping we get more. If it's so far, it's gotten good positive vibes. And actually, CM Punk, the wrestler, is actually going to be a recurring character. So he was in town here recently. He's actually in Vancouver right now for the pay-per-view. But it's supposed to be interesting. I've never read it yet. I'm very curious to read it. It's by Image Comics, called The Revival. It's like I said, it's a sci-fi zombie flick, so TV series, and hopefully it'll bring work to our city. First off, and two, it could be something new and fresh, the new take on the zombies. So stay tuned next year when that's released.
Okay. I might look into that. I got
Yeah.
so much other stuff to read. Right?
Oh,
I'll get to it. I've been slacking on my reading. I got stuff to read. Even Jace has sent me. So,
Is that a show that's going on right now?
No, it's going to
Revival?
be released next year. It's being filmed right now.
Okay.
It's filmed here in my town. They're trying to film as much as they can. Like I said, CM Punk just came in just a couple weeks ago. He's going to be one of the main characters too. It's a fairly good cast, so it's going to be good. And I was able to do one episode, 13-hour day. That was fun. But I wasn't killed off, so hopefully I can come back. So. But it's based after an Image comic, a graphic novel called The Revival. So I'm gonna have to read up onto it.
I think, but I remember wrong. It came out in like 2012 or something.
Yeah, 2012, 2013.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
really well
It had,
regarded. So it's a
yeah.
good story, and it's
Yeah, no, that's gonna be really interesting. I know about Revival, but I haven't read it, but I know about it. So I know the show is coming out, and I know you talked a lot more about it too because you were on the set of it.
I'm hoping to get on again, hopefully. And plus, my buddy says, "Don't go on set and beat Mark out with CM Punk." I'm like, "I won't. I promise."
Bullshit.
I get.
But I'm actually gonna read it.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna read Revival and see
I
how.
might check that out. But I gotta take off now. So.
Yeah, we are gonna wrap up either way. So.
Okay.
And yeah, so before that, Snail said, C Nation, best TV show ever. I have seen bits and pieces. Really didn't catch on any of you.
I seen Van Helsing there. That's a beautiful. That's one of my favorite
I did not
movies.
like it. I didn't
love it.
like the TV
Oh,
show
Van
with
Helsing
the
series.
female. I thought it was,
Anime? I mean the anime. The anime. If you ever watched the Helsing anime.
Oh yeah, Helsing.
Oh.
Fucking yes, I'm an anime and manga guy.
One of
Of
my
course,
favorite
fuck I
ones.
have,
One
you
of my
fucking
favorites.
dick. You
God,
fucking
that's such a
bitch.
good
Of course
anime.
I have. What the fuck do you think I am? God
Super
fucking damn it.
bloody and just doesn't hold back.
Yeah, no
Oh,
fucking
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
bro.
gosh.
It's good.
I love it.
Fucking hell,
He's gonna
man.
turn into the Human Torch. See what you did, Tom?
Yeah, man. I know I stopped with manga and anime. I spent most of my life, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
But no. But he was talking about the Van Helsing. You know, I think it is the the one with the female, right? The daughter, or not daughter, but family with Van Helsing himself or something. I watched a couple of episodes. I didn't really care for it, but I'm happy that if some people enjoy it, you know, that's the most important part. Yeah, so it is that. Okay, thank you. No, they didn't catch me, man. I watched a couple episodes, didn't catch me, but if people like it, that's good. I don't know if I ever gonna give it more of a chance. I don't know. Just didn't really hit me in the beginning. Maybe the show gets better, but I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. Kilted Cash.
Didn't even know it existed.
Negative.
Yeah, but we are gonna wrap up. So we are gonna start with, of course, Mr. Kilted himself. What's going on?
I have no idea. You can find me on YouTube, Kilted Cajun, on X, the Kilted Cajun, whatever. I just sit there, run my mouth, stream whenever I feel like it. Been doing videos at least one a day for November and December to optimize the benefits of advertising revenue. Oh wait, that's grifting. Never mind.
Oh yeah, because you're a goddamn grifter, man.
I'm a goddamn grifter. You damn right. But yeah, pointing out the foolishness of people who shouldn't maybe talk so much. But you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go watch the Blacklist.
And then we're gonna get to Mr. Techno Sapien himself, aka Tom.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Yeah, just keeping busy. Getting back to the channel. So I've been doing the Fallout 3 recordings.
And we're also streaming on his channel, by the way. So hi to people who will watch it.
Yeah,
on his
we are.
side.
Hi! And I'm
Hi!
also going to be doing the Days Gone again. Now that I purchased it, it was on sale. It was sale still going on Steam. So
I still need to finish that. Yeah.
Oh, such a good game. And the King's Quest series, I want to get those. And I'm about to actually watch Survivor Series, which starts early. So yay, it's an early start. So I'm going to watch Survivor
Saturday?
Series, which is it's a Saturday show. Most of their pay-per-views are Saturday now. And it's from Vancouver actually. So yeah, it's about to start. Actually, it's starting here now, and I have ways to watch it. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So it's going to be good. The Bloodline story is one of the best things going on right now. And I know your favorite girl, she's wrestling in the War Games as well.
I know.
Eels,
My IO Sky, baby.
I was going to do something nuts off the cage. You know she will. She always does.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. She is the best female wrestler out there, absolutely. But she's the best high flyer right now. She's good as fuck.
I wouldn't say the best all around, best female high flyer. I mean, the best high flyer, we're looking at Osprey or guys like that. But
of females, she is the best one because she's crazy.
Female wise.
But again, she's Japanese. They are fucking crazy in the ring if you watch Japanese wrestling.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. So, but that's about it, really. Just keep them busy. Me and Jessica, my AI, are going to be starting to do shows up again. It's been a few months, but again, as I stated before the show started, I'm going through some stuff, so making some very big life changes, and it's not easy, but mentally, I need to do it. So, we're getting better. That's all we can say. So, and don't forget, nobody talked about it this month. This is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's the last day, and I didn't have any streams to do anything on there this month. So it's been a very quiet one. Not many people talking about it, but we do need to talk about it. And any month, really, because Men's Mental Health Awareness is something that we don't talk enough about. So,
agreed.
Yeah.
That's why, I didn't shave my beard.
But we need to discuss too. That's one thing we need.
Yeah, I know.
The narratives and talkings need to happen, even though it's not uncomfortable. Sometimes it doesn't have to be comfortable. It needs to be real. So, because that's something a lot of us are suffering out here still, and it's having each other's backs as men, and that's why I like Manorama. Steve does that a lot over there, and he talks about to help young men and men of all ages, because a lot of us suffer quietly, but still we suffer. So
exactly. Anything more you want to say?
Not really, just gaming. Like I said, I purchased.
Go and follow him. Go and follow him. This
Metro
motherfucker.
Exodus. I'm going to start playing that too because everything's like super cheap right now on Steam. So, yay, get my wish list. Start getting my wish list.
And then, of course, we have the man himself, Mr. Cash Money.
Yo. All right. So I just, I've been talking to some other people and I never thought I'd get to the point where I'd get more annoyed about the entertainment industry where I'd actually want to do videos, but that's happened recently. So unfortunately, of course I finally got my Joker review out. I'm getting some good feedback on that. I'm happy. So go check that out on the Phantom Hooligans over on YouTube. And then Mike and I did a stream of Evil West where we played on Wednesday. So that was fun. And then we're going to do one again this week. I don't know what day. We're thinking maybe potentially Thursday. We'll see. Just because he doesn't have anything going on. But then it's like, well, what about Beyond? So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's going on. And then what am I working on? Let's say I'm working on the second part of Hollow Knight, which is going to be on YouTube. And then, of course, over on Rumble next week. Hopefully everything should go fine, but Baron and I will be back with another episode of Cranky Old Fans. And hopefully this episode will be going over an hour, not like the last one. It was nice enough Jace edited the last one, so that was cool. Unfortunately, it was a lot shorter. But
StreamYard had a lot of issues that day, and I showed you the message that came up too. Yeah. So it was a lot of issues. So this is what we pay for. God fucking damn it.
Right. But yeah, I'm just making a list of all these games. And even I would say if you guys have Game Pass out there and you want to make a list of something you want to stream, just start looking at some of those games. I'm still deciding in the future, and it's coming out soon, the new Indiana Jones game, but it's going to be on Game Pass. So, definitely a thing. I know some people who are going to try it. I'm sure Kilted will.
Yep.
There'll be other people who
You
do
know the hard
streams of
part,
it
Cash,
or
I
video.
find for streaming
Hmm.
and gaming is the music. You get taken down by YouTube so many times with music. It's like,
Yeah,
damn it.
that's the whole thing. That's why you do, like, if you play Star Wars, you play even Dark Forces. You're going to, if the music comes on, it's going to get copyright. So you'll have to play it on Rumble, so it never gets
Yeah.
copyrighted, which sucks. But
Mm.
it's just that's the way you can avoid that, or
Where
just
can
doing
people
other
find you?
editing. People, of course, can find me on
Yeah,
YouTube,
like with Fallout, I turn the radio off. Yeah.
Twitch, and as Cash Money 007 over there, and then Rumble, of course, Cash Money Madness. But yeah, I'm just working on some more videos and more stuff to be either happy about or annoyed about. So we'll see.
Yep. And the Joker video finally came out.
It finally came out. I just wanted to make sure things were right about it. I showed it to some people, and I was like, there was like Jace. Jace is one of the hardest critics. Like he's very harsh about stuff, which I like. I appreciate. So if I want to,
Yeah.
if I'm on the fence about a video, then I'm going to show it to Jace, and we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, I'm getting some good feedback. People all feel the same way
Yep.
that
Good
movie's a
video.
mess. Thank you.
It is. It is. Anything more?
No, that's all. Just working on some more stuff. There'll be some more review of either movies coming out or other stuff. I still got my Inside Out 2 review to come out, and that's been a while, but I've been waiting on that for a while. I just want to make sure I get enough material and so on in there. So.
Oh hell yeah! Exactly.
Mhm.
And other than that, we do have a merch shop. If anyone is interested, I have released a new line of a lot new merch. So give me a second so I can share the screen. So if you are interested in some of our merch, we do have some new things. We do have some jackets. We do have the Alpha collection with snapbacks. We have beanies. We have hoodies. We even have stickers. Cash was happy. He's on a sticker. Oh my god! Look at that. He's on a sticker. Even look at this. All of us are on stickers. Even you, Kilted, and Tom. Look at that. You guys are on stickers. So if you want a sticker of us, that would be cool. And of course, we do have more alpha version of the merch because basically that's what I call our audience. They are the alphas that makes us keep going, right? And of course, I do have some fan merch of Star Wars that people have been really enjoying that. That's a couple people buying them and they really loved it. I'm really happy about that. And of course, we brought back one of the favorites. Sir talks a lot. He loves it so much, and that is Bruce Lee with the lightsaber. The king of martial arts himself. And of course, more of more simple stuff of our 540 logo and stuff like that. So we do have a lot new merch, as I promised and talked about for a while. And a lot more merch will, of course, come out that I'm working on. Cash, you might be on a hoodie too.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Just be careful. Don't be too gay for him, okay?
Same to you, man. Yes, stay
Same to
away
me.
from
Yeah. But other than that, you can find me, of course, with Comic Relief Crusader, normally on Tuesdays and Fridays, where we talk about funny news and articles, what's going on. And sometimes you can find me over, of course, with Sir Talks a lot when he does streams. You can find me there sometimes. And also you can find me with, Vinyl Revival, where we have there's a show exclusive just for Rumble, where we go through a lot of different music from rock and roll to blues to other stuff, where we listen to the songs, we talk about some origin of the band or artist and all that kind of stuff. A really fun show. I will be sure to also link his channel in the description, and stuff like that. Really fun to be there. And of course, sometimes I am, of course, also with Kilted on his Wednesday shows when I get time or if I'm not sleeping.
Oh, yeah,
um, it's a lot of fun over there, and ranting about stuff and being just as unprofessional we can be.
Oh, absolutely. I welcome it.
And using a lot of the words I cannot do here anymore. But other than that, as I always say before we wrap up a show, just remember, life's too short. Make the most of it. And we in 540 Studio, we love you. We appreciate you. And none of us would have been here today if it wasn't for all of you alphas out there. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the inspiration to make us keep going. It means the world to us. And with that, remember,
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with